Thank you. So I'll start with thanking Ketan sir. I remember that day that we had met at the study circle. And so we had discussed how this is a very important aspect as a practicing CA. That, like sir very well said, we are so focused on executing our services that things like marketing or developing your brand like firsthand consciously is not really our motto. It just comes, ठीक है, जो हो जाता है we do, but it's not a very deliberate effort that anybody takes into marketing. So thank you so much, Ketan sir. First of all, when I remember the series had not started and he had spoken about this series of Bhagyoday at the study circle, it was such an inspiring concept. I'm like, this is one of the challenge that CAs really have. कि चलो पता है इसमें practice करना है, but कैसे करना है? How do you develop that? What are the challenges? How do you tackle those challenges and go forward? And then getting all the experts in all the field, that was something really very inspiring as a concept. So Bhagyoday is an amazing concept. I hope this continues because we keep having a very different practice areas now which is developing. So thank you so much sir. Thank you Jeeral ma'am, you've always been very supportive. Thank you Viraj sir for this introduction. मतलब आपने homework किया है because there are a lot of things which were not there in the profile, but we have been like known to each other since years, so I think that comes from there. So thank you so much sir. On that note, of course I believe we all are practicing. I got to know few are starting the practice from a different stint of experience, being into industry or working in a CA firm, and now independently starting their own practice. Just again confirming, because we have few new faces. Anybody from non-practice? Anybody who started the practice currently, like very free, recently, past 1-2 saal, sir, of course. Ma'am, you have started, aapne bhi start kiya, and sir. Okay. So just a background, what was your experience before the practice?
Working as head accountant in a company, like private limited.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
I'm also in the CA firm.
Okay, now into individual practice. Corporate and now practice. Perfect. ठीक है. So I just wanted to get a gist of the experience.
At this stage, he started practice. Let's listen from him also.
So direct tax for around 30 years. Now I started retirement from companies.
Second innings.
This new concept which has given so much help and hope to new persons and guidance. And
so you are our inspiration that, working in CG for 30 years and now starting the practice.
So let's start with what is your expectation? I'm sure आपको सबको session का नाम पता था. So thinking about branding or marketing, what is your expectation from today's session?
There are viewers online also, and we are recording these sessions, and these sessions are uploaded on YouTube. And let me tell you, there's a good library value. I've been watching that people are watching all the sessions, and maybe 30-40 odd people must be there online also. So you can stay connected with them also.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, sir.
What are the restrictions as ethical guidance?
Okay.
Website or Instagram.
Social media and websites.
What you cannot do, that is also important.
What you cannot do. Okay.
How do you manage time with respect to, as you said, we are executing all the stuff all the time, but we don't get time to market ourselves or, do branding.
Okay. ठीक है.
And what if we focus only on marketing, who will execute? Even that would be a problem.
Okay, well said. Anyway, anything else? Anything out of your mind, out of the session?
Okay, we enhance our brand. Means I have some capabilities now. What capabilities I should acquire to enhance my brand?
Okay. So you want to capitalize your experience.
And what additional skills I require in today's world? The world is changing now. So how you become relevant in the changing world? We are past. I am in the past generation.
So next session we are having, since sir mentioned this, it reminded me. we are having one session, Pranita, is going to be the growth strategies for CA form. I'm just talking to someone and we'll announce soon, maybe this week we'll announce growth strategies. So one session focusing on that, you know, wherever I am today, I am at X level. Now I want to take my firm to 2X, 4X. So what different strategies I should adopt?
Can you talk something about annual membership?
Sorry?
Annual.
Yeah, so, you know, we, first time ever in WRC, we've introduced the concept of annual membership. For senior member, it is 9,000 rupees. For women chartered accountant, it is 9,000 rupees. For all other, it is 10,000 rupees. 1,000 rupees discount to seniors and the women CA and fresh chartered accountant who have just qualified. The concept is that what all program we are doing at ICI Tower BKC, all the programs, including there are 10 odd study group. If I just count the fees of study group, 900 rupees is per annum. That itself will become 9,000 rupees. So you have a free access. Once you pay 10,000 rupees or 9,000 rupees, you have an access to all the programs which are happening at WIRC's ICI Bhavan on Saturdays, on Fridays, all online program also, where you have to pay 100 rupees. Otherwise, once you take up the annual membership, you don't have to pay that 100 rupee also. So I think very good concept, which is first time ever introduced in ICI. No more, you know, individually going and paying for each seminar or a session. You just intimate. We are creating a WhatsApp basically through that, or through email. You intimate that 1 day prior, 2 day prior that you are attending this session. That's it. That is enough. So that is also for food arrangement, so that we can order enough to the canteen guy. That's the only requirement. Otherwise, whichever program is happening in ICI Bhavan, no registration is required, no payment is required, and you can straight away just intimate and come. The program which are happening outside, for example, 19th and 20th December, we have program at Geo. Now this program cost is 10,000 rupees almost to WIRC. We have currently early bird is 4,500. So first, those even if you are not a member of annual membership fees, you get registered, because staggeringly price will go up till 7,500. 4,500 से शुरू किया है, बाद में 5, 5.5, 6, it will go up till 7,500, and we may increase it to 10,000 also in future on the spot registration. Those program, whichever program is happening outside, they have 10% state discount. So for example, today it is 4,500. If you have paid annual membership, you get a 450 additional discount. And for the annual member, it is just 4,050. So if there's a national conference happening outside and the cost is 3,000, for an annual member, it will be 2,700. So program which are happening outside, their 10% discount will be given, and no other payment for any program, including study group, Bhagyoday, any program which is happening in WRC's premises will be all covered in that 10,000.
Already been started.
From 1st July, we have launched this.
How to pay the members? How to pay?
There's a link on website. I'll post it in a Bhagyoday group.
Okay.
So there's a link. You can go and pay on the link and start, attending all the programs. Just you have to intimate that we are creating. Up till now, some 10 registration have only come. We have not much announced also. So once the, some substantial registration comes, we'll create a channel.
Some programs are here organized by Central Council then? In that case?
Those also. No, Central Council programs are organized directly by Central Council. Central Council is not a program organizing unit. So those programs may be of some committee of ICAI, but always the host will be WIRC. There cannot be any program straightway saying that Central Council member. We may some of the program, we don't go, they conduct the program, but those are the program hosted by always WIRC.
And this residential courses which are being offered, even that is...
There also 10% discount will be giving you. So let's say a program is happening in Goa for 17,000 rupees. 1,700 is statewide discount for the annual member. Even Women RRC is being planned, for example. There, let's say 10,000 is the fees. For a person who's annual member, there also 10% discount. So any program outside standard 10% discount. Any program happening within premises of WIRC, ICI Bhavan, free.
Amazing initiative, sir.
Very good, very good. Sir.
Thank you.
And I would like to thank you, sir, for asking that question. And sir has taken so many initiatives. If we ask more, then it is required a separate session.
Please post the link in this this event link in this
We'll post. Sorry, please continue. We'll take your leave. We have to go to Mulund Study Circle. There's a address over there also.
Okay.
So we'll take your leave. Time permit, we'll be back, but please continue and enjoy the session.
Sure.
Keep asking. She's got a great knowledge. I mean, I'm seeing the lesser questions. I could have asked 5 questions straight away. I mean, that many questions are there on ethical branding. So make this session interactive. The speaker will enjoy, you will enjoy, and you will be really gaining out of her knowledge. So thank you. Please carry on.
Sorry, one of the session, FEMA session, we have requested that if you can plan for an advanced series on FEMA.
We are planning. Today morning also we had a
correct.
discussion. There's a international tax committee which is planning a residential refresher course at Center of Excellence Jaipur. We had got one date of August, but then August is having a lot of festive, so we did not do that. So for international tax, there also there will be one topic of FEMA that is being discussed by International Tax Committee, and 3 days course. A very nominal costing. I am just working it out. It could be around 5,000-6,000 rupees. We are working out, and it will be at COE Jaipur. Similarly, we will be having 2 more such RRCs. One will happen at COE Hyderabad. One will happen at COE Chennai. 3 all are in pipeline. First will be announced soon. You will see within a week announcement about the international tax RRC happening at COE Jaipur. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
One more question I have.
Yeah.
This FEMA certificate course I was inquiring, it's always online. I wanted to know, can we arrange it in a physical mode where we can come and attend it?
So we will explore that. This question has come, but I am yet to speak to them. But we have made an application for international tax. The approval is awaited. I mean, almost 15 days have passed. I am chasing them. So I think hopefully this week I should get an approval.
That is going to be a physical mode or
Physical, Jaipur.
No. The course which she is asking is a different course, which I am telling is an international tax course, certificate course. Meanwhile, certificate course and annual membership are not connected, because certificate course is a fixed course of ICI. Exams are taken and it is approved by ministry and all those things. So we cannot touch the pricing. For example, if AI certificate course is happening, even as a RCM, I cannot go and attend free of cost. I need to pay there also. So the annual membership will not have any discount for certificate courses which are happening, including DISA, international tax, AI. There will not be any discount. On FEMA, I need to see. I'll see and check. I'm not sure.
I've been chasing that course since long, but it's only in the online mode, not in the offline, the physical batch.
I'll just check. There may be a faculty issue or something. Let's understand why are they not doing. We also haven't asked them, but let me ask first and understand, are they doing or not? It is on DAB or what, basically on digital accounting?
Long back it was supposed to happen, but it got cancelled due to lack of people.
And even there was something in Thane which came up, and I told them that I want
even that got
this
cancelled.
in online mode.
So क्या हो रहा है कि there is a break-even numbers, some 25 or 30.
I guess everybody would be wanting.
FEMA तो आ जाएंगे.
I mean, if it's physical batches around, I guess वो एकदम full हो जाएगा.
Sir, can I suggest that there has to be a certificate course in international taxation on physical mode?
नहीं, ये तो फिजिकल मोड में ही है सर. इंटरनेशनल टैक्स का तो अभी हम अनाउंस कर रहे हैं. हमारा मेल गया है, एक बार फॉलो अप हुआ है. उसमें क्या हो गया, वन ऑफ द नियर बाय ब्रांच आल्सो एट सेंटर मेल, उसके लिए वो लोग डिलेमा में थे. दे कॉल्ड मी अप आल्सो कि सर आपके ये ब्रांच का भी आया, आपका भी. मैं बोल देता हूँ नवी मुंबई ब्रांच का भी गया, हमारा भी गया. दोनों ने सेम मंथ्स मांगे थे. तो उन्होंने बोला या आप लो या नवी मुंबई ले. तो हमने बोला नवी मुंबई को पहले पूछ लो, अगर नवी मुंबई करना चाहती है तो हम 2-3 महीने बात करेंगे. WRC does not have that issue. फिर नवी मुंबई because of some reason has not responded, तो अभी हम चेस करके यहाँ हम करवा देंगे.
But then we are not taking in August.
जयपुर वाला सर अगस्त में ना बहुत फेस्टिव है. देखो पहले है ना रक्षाबंधन है 1 वीकेंड, सेकंड वीकेंड जन्माष्टमी है, थर्ड वीकेंड पर्यूषण, फोर्थ वीकेंड गणेश फेस्टिवल. तो ये चारों वीकेंड में प्रोग्राम करना ही चैलेंज है अभी तो हमारे लिए. हमने अभी तक आपने देखा होगा कोई प्रोग्राम ऐसे अनाउंस नहीं हुआ है. वी आर कॉन्टेम्पलेटिंग दैट द प्रोग्राम for this month will, instead of Saturday, we'll announce on Friday. क्योंकि रक्षाबंधन सैटरडे है, जन्माष्टमी सैटरडे है, 15 अगस्त कुछ फ्राइडे आ रहा है, तो वो भी लॉन्ग वीकेंड है, 15, 16, 17 पब्लिक रहेगा ही नहीं, तो स्पीकर के लिए भी फिर वो जस्टिफाइड नहीं होता है।
It is better if we do not take in August.
नहीं, प्रोग्राम वो नहीं करेंगे, वो तो हमने ऑलरेडी रिफ्यूज कर दिया, हमको अगस्त का डेट दिया था, तो हमने बोला अगस्त नहीं चाहिए, दैट विल हैपन इन सितंबर।
सितंबर में पॉसिबल है,
सितंबर में होगा, वो भी 15 सितंबर के बाद ही करेंगे, क्योंकि ड्यू डेट है 15 सितंबर का।
लेकिन टैक्स ऑडिट का डेट
सर वो अभी सब बोल रहे हैं एक्सटेंड होगा, वो बोल रहे हैं लोग एक्सटेंड होगा,
इतना काम रहता है कि बोल लो।
Sure, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Strategies because you are a brand on India. How come you
Are a brand
your brand?
Indian specifically.
But you are
निकाल लेंगे ना।
हाँ हाँ, यहाँ पे भी है, प्लीज। आपको यहाँ आना है, you can come please. Sorry,
I can share it. आप इधर आ जाओ।
visible not to everybody. Tools specifically. Ask on which platform or what? Any platform. Ah,
Because
perfect.
that is the major concern.
Perfect. Okay, great. Any other expectation? No?
What to do and how to do. That is the.
ठीक है, that will cover. वो session ही उसके बारे में. Okay. Any specific challenge you have faced कि चलो कभी marketing करने का try किया, but ये particular place पे challenge आ रहा है.
Ethical marketing.
Ethical.
Whether
So-
it is allowed or not, like we are confused.
Even
Perfect.
YouTube.
YouTube. Any specific challenge?
I mean, say if I approach anybody and I tell them I have a channel, then they say CAs are not allowed to keep channel. How come?
Okay. ठीक है. We'll get to that, but they are allowed.
Lack
But
lack of skill.
lack of.
Lack of skill. We don't know how to edit the video, how to market.
Okay, ठीक है. So tools.
इसमें भी एक course होना चाहिए। I mean,
है ना?
seriously,
I have
it's a
suggested.
much needed course.
Sir है ना हमारे पास. But yes, this is something that we have suggested also. Like, so even today we have only 2 hours. चलो थोड़ा extend करके 2.5 hours. I don't mind. But the branding is a very big concept. So आज हम जो cover करेंगे are the basic steps. But like, you know, specific questions like tools कैसे use करना है, how to develop, उसको कैसे करें, that really requires a lot of time. So I've suggested also, Ketan sir, ki let's have a proper course where, you know, 4-5 days and we actually get into the whole process and let people build their brand with me. So that will be a whole good journey जहाँ पे आप कर पाओ, because अभी का it's more on the awareness and few initial steps कि क्या कर सकते हैं, नहीं कर सकते हैं, ऐसे करो, but then it is a very huge concept.
And can we take verified link, verification of our,
That's allowed.
but they pay us, are that allowed? Suppose YouTube I uploaded video and they are paying us for a video view.
Okay, of course ये हम cover करेंगे, but on a very general note, keeping a YouTube channel is allowed. उसमें कुछ चीजें नहीं allowed है, वो we'll discuss.
Yes.
Okay.
Keeping a video channel is not a problem, but उसमें आप क्या नहीं कर सकते, we'll discuss. ठीक है? Perfect. Anything else? Any particular?
Yes. One challenge that I'm facing is whether I can take testimonials of people on my LinkedIn, because LinkedIn allows you to give your services, allows you to state what services you are providing. But I have read that you cannot ask for testimonials on such sites. But I've also seen some people on Just Dial, and then they have, then they have testimonials over there.
Okay.
So I want to know how far can we do that?
Okay. I'll just cater to the Just Dial question because ये काफी common है. Just Dial typically पहले allowed था because there was a very simple segregation. Like CAs can list themselves on any directory, but it cannot be a very specific directory. It has to be name alphabetical order. मतलब a very general नाम appear हो सकता है. It cannot be very specified. अभी Just Dial में क्या problem हो गया है? They have started taking the keyword systems. So once you pay for the keywords, you're not allowed to list yourself. So that's the issue that's come on Just Dial. So very typically Just Dial अब allowed नहीं है, especially when you're using the keywords. You have to, so anybody has taken the Just Dial subscription. So when you subscribe yourself on Just Dial, or you want to upload the name on the Just Dial, आपको ना वो क्या बोलते हैं, they ask कि कौन से keywords में डालना है SEO के लिए, so that search results are better, but you pay for that. So that is the place that it's not allowed, because
So this comes under push mode, pull mode. We need to.
Correct. I'll be discussing that.
Push and pull.
Push and pull is the main concept. Okay.
Just the free.
Free is allowed. But your name should appear very organically.
That is push ones.
Paid promotions are
Not allowed. So we'll come to that. Okay. So
how to promote a website? There's lots of restriction on it.
ठीक है. Website promotion organically. Okay.
And for the social media platform like LinkedIn, what are the don'ts, specifically the don'ts?
Okay, ठीक है, perfect.
And
That
Google
we are
Maps
covering.
also.
Google Maps, it's allowed. Google My Business page रखना allowed है. आप उसको promote नहीं कर सकते. Google ads नहीं run कर सकते.
If I search my firm name,
हाँ.
it is present.
हाँ.
If I don't search, still it shows. I have checked in my other friend's phone also. It's still showing whether that is allowed or not.
Sorry, I didn't get your question.
Suppose my firm is at .co. I'm searching. Yes, it shows, always shows. In my phone it shows, but in my friend's phone it also shows.
उन्होंने कभी तो search किया होगा, या तो nearby कुछ उन लोग ने type किया होगा. So what happens is once you search nearby CAs or something, और आपके map पे वो reflect हो गया, तो अब generally जब आप open करोगे तो वो दिखेगा. Because that's
but
your.
that is allowed.
That's allowed because you have.
I'm making any mistake.
No. So creating a Google My Business page is allowed. Google My Business page is a free link where you need to fill in your details about your firm, and it helps in your Google SEO. But वहाँ पे आप ads नहीं run कर सकते. मतलब Google ads में when you pay so that your Google My Business page appears first, that's not allowed. So maintaining a page
I just created so that clients can come.
Yes. So Google My Business page, I've covered this also, but Google My Business page is a very important strategy. तो काफी लोग नहीं करते because a lot of people search for CAs near me or CAs in Ghatkopar or somebody. तो वहां पे आपका search results बहुत better हो जाता है because then it's reflected on the maps. पता है वो Google Map खोलते हैं, restaurants आते हैं. So वहां पे आपका location pin दिखता है.
Even student call for the articleship.
हाँ, students also search. They want vicinity में चाहिए articleship अच्छा. So that they also search. So this is one of the good branding strategies again.
Can we list our firm's name and associate firm's website?
Associate firm's website.
Associate as in.
So, हाँ.
Legally how are we related?
Not partnership, common partnership kind of.
Is there a formal partnership, legal partnership?
Registered with ICI. Then allowed, I think.
हाँ, then allowed है.
Official partner.
Official partner है तो आप एक दूसरे के websites पे appear हो सकते हो. That's not a problem.
If not, it's not allowed.
हाँ, you have to be like.
यानी website के ऊपर audit function है, ऐसा लिख सकते कि we are auditor, we are doing statutory audits.
Yes.
Okay, websites. You want to? No, it's okay.
I was saying that writing
बस client नाम नहीं डाल.
मैं बोला website है हमारा देखो.
Websites are allowed. Website पे you can list your services. Website पे you can have full details about your partners with their photographs. Okay, but you cannot list the names, of course, of your clients. That's any services you're providing, from audit to tax to whatever services you provide, you can put it out there, but you cannot name the clients.
You can mention industry also.
You can mention industries. We cater to these kind of industries. Say statutory audit आपका pharma industry कुछ आपका expertise है, you can mention. We cater to pharmaceutical companies for audit, that's fine, but you cannot take the names. Listed companies mention कर सकते हो, लेकिन नाम नहीं mention कर सकते. अभी ये मत बोलना कि उनके तो रिपोर्ट पे हमारा नाम आता है, ठीक है? But that's their thing. We cannot push. Okay. So
just that people are also active on a virtual mode.
Okay. So
When
how
you are
do I
asking
ask
question,
question?
is there? I mean, just
I can't see on my laptop.
Okay, let me ask Mr. Adi. Please continue till that time.
ठीक है.
Ma'am, what about Instagram?
Okay, Instagram, social media I'll cover. We have a full discussion planned.
Google reviews, ma'am. Google reviews.
हाँ, 12 बज गए. Google reviews allowed है. कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. आप अपने क्लाइंट्स को बोल सकते हो अगर आपको Google रिव्यू देना है तो ये लिंक है.
A lot of doctors are doing these days.
हाँ, so Google reviews are allowed. आप अपने एम्प्लॉइज को बोल सकते हो Google reviews लिखने, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है because you're not pushing. See,
Indirectly it is pushing.
no. See, अब क्या होता है ना, Google पे your name will appear when somebody is searching for you. So that's pull method. That's not push method. So we'll cover, let's cover this very important concept of push and pull. Okay. Before we start, I want to cater to a very, very important concept. जो sir ने भी hint दिया था, but I want to really start with this topic. There are few questions I'll quickly ask. मुझे answer नहीं चाहिए loudly. I want you to quickly retrospect about those questions. Okay, and then we'll move forward. What are your sales strategies? Answer nahi chahiye, just think about this. As a practicing CA, what are your sales strategies? Where does your leads come from? How do you follow up? How do you maintain कि कौन से leads आए हैं? When am I following up with them? What is your strategy? How many are digitally very active? You know कि मुझे ये platforms पे no answers. You know I need to be active on this particular platform. This will benefit me. My target audience are present on this platform, or I need to do specific activities on the platform to really get the branding in place. What is your marketing funnel? कहाँ से leads आते हैं? Then how do you follow up? So marketing funnel, आप कहाँ market कर रहे हो? All of those things. What are your goals? Next 5 years, my branding should be this. This many clients I want, and that is how I will grow. This many partners I want. What is your goal as a practicing sales? Are you networking well? आप इतने sessions attend करते हो ICI में. Do you really then network, or you just go and listen to things? Now, why am I asking these questions? Any idea? This you can answer.
Because majority of us fail in all the questions that you asked.
Why?
We have not thought about it basically.
Yes, very good, but why?
Taught by in our course, we have been taught to be technically sound. We always focus on the technicals.
Correct.
We are good with our work. We know tax में क्या है क्या नहीं है. But जब branding पे आते हैं sales strategy, I don't think if I talk to any CA, I attend a lot of events. No one talks about sales strategy. The question that you asked about your marketing funnel, I don't think so anyone has that plan. Not even me.
And we are always wondering, is this allowed? Is this ethical?
Okay.
No, we are actually
enough.
hesitant also in talking about that. Mostly the part is that we are so hesitating in telling about ourselves. People on the stage, they will come and they will talk everything, but when it comes to us, I may be the best in my area, but I'm not able to market myself. See here, everybody is a fellow colleague. So fellow chartered accountants. So मुझे अगर आपसे भी बात करनी है, I have so many questions in my mind. Why like that? I mean, we've not been taught, we've not been brought up like that.
Correct. Perfect.
And the old school.
Another reason is that we have so many updates going on in GST, income tax. We are always focused on technical aspect. We are just sitting in GST में क्या नया आया, अभी ये portal पे ये नया आया. We don't get time.
उससे भी ज़्यादा तो case laws जो आते हैं, they are horrifying.
Also, one thing that I've observed is the old school thought, like you know, when we were studying, everybody used to say, no, you are a chartered accountant, the world will come to you. But the world should know that we exist.
We don't. Okay, perfect.
We are not adopting the changes, modernization.
Correct, correct. And the reason, let's sum it up, is we think ourselves as a service provider. We are not thinking.
Reference model.
No.
We put it on board. We have to give
So we-
good service to our existing clients
Correct.
so that they can bring a new client to us.
Right. This is the old school thought कि you know my work will speak for myself and मुझे referral word of mouth से आ जाएगा and people should talk about me. World will come to me if I am very good. Yes, world does come, but quantity. आएंगे but कितने quantity में आएंगे वो फिर देखना पड़ेगा because as we are growing, number of chartered accountants are also growing. तो फिर काम आएगा but फिर वो limit में होगा. The idea is we all are people who deal with entrepreneurs day in day out. हमारे सारे clients entrepreneurs हैं. Entrepreneurs का when we talk about a business, how is a business structured? How is a business structured? क्या departments होते हैं उनके?
They have sales and marketing.
Sales,
and they have
marketing,
finance.
they have finance, HR.
Risk.
रिस्क मतलब वो तो बहुत ज्यादा डिटेल हो गया. फाइनेंस, एचआर, मार्केटिंग, द ऑपरेशंस, द प्रोडक्शन, मेजर. ठीक है. हमारे पास कौन से डिपार्टमेंट्स है? ओनली एग्जीक्यूशन, ऑपरेशन एंड आपका प्रोडक्ट और सर्विस वाला डिपार्टमेंट. कब किसी में एचआर हो सकता है.
I have never seen a CA firm with HR.
With HR?
There
There are. Now people are growing.
The main reason is because majority of us are proprietor. And let's say all of us have an average experience of 4-5 years. We are not in a stage where we can have these functions separately.
Okay.
This is an inherent challenge.
Okay, fair enough.
This is how it is.
Fair enough.
And to add one thing, quality of staff these days.
Okay. ठीक है.
If you want to increase a business, we have to increase the quality of work and staff also.
Perfect.
And we are lacking in this.
Okay.
We should upload their salaries.
Online questions.
Okay.
There are two questions online as of now. Retail.
That is the problem. Retention is problem.
आपने कौन से नंबर पे किया मुझे?
Whatever you application.
9833.
That's true.
हाँ 91 वाले पे करो ना. Yeah, please. Thank you so much. Sorry you couldn't be with us. Do listen to the recording. Sure. Thank you. Okay. Fair enough question, and we'll deal with that. The 5 years, matlab the staff, and how can we as a small entrepreneur or a small practicing CA really have these departments in place. Perfect. Okay, we'll come to that. But the idea is to at least start thinking like an entrepreneur. आप किसी भी businessman से बात करो, वो product service के बारे में बात करता है, but ज्यादा किसके बारे में बात करता है, मैं grow कैसे करूं? That's the, like she said, conversation. What is your main point of conversation? Is it about growing? No, it is about I want to deliver this service. So let's thoda sa bring sales and services and growth as the topic of conversations with ourselves, with our family, and with fellow CAs. That's when you start thinking for growth. The idea is why this is not in our genes. ठीक है, ग्रोथ मार्केटिंग हमारे जीन्स में नहीं है बिकॉज हम उसके बारे में बात ही नहीं कर रहे. किससे बात कर रहे हैं हम? कभी कभी यू विल टॉक अबाउट दिस विथ योर पार्टनर इफ यू हैव अ सीए फर्म विद अ पार्टनर, या कभी अपने लाइफ पार्टनर के साथ कभी बात कर लिया तो कर लिया, बट यू डोंट हैव अ डेडिकेटेड पर्सन जिसके साथ आप एवरी वीक एक मीटिंग कर रहे हो टू डिस्कस सेल्स एंड मार्केटिंग. ठीक है. Now that person can be within your firm if you have a larger firm. If you don't, find a buddy. We are almost 15-20 of us. Find a buddy within this group. Ki, okay, this person I'll call every week for half an hour and I'll discuss mera ye strategies chal raha hai. This is how I'm marketing. Can we work on that? Yes. So find a buddy, anybody. It can be a life partner also. If you're comfortable with your life partner, you feel कि वहां से आपको मिल सकता है कुछ strategies, or you are comfortable discussing sales and marketing. ठीक है? If you're comfortable, not everybody is. So yeah, life partner, business partner, मतलब as in CA में partner, या यहाँ पे you want to find anybody, that also works. यहाँ पे why I'm saying is because you will be attending the session. आपका दिमाग भी उसी, आपके buddy का दिमाग भी वैसा चलेगा. Because that person then knows the background. So find a buddy within this group, that will be amazing. Okay. The first step is start thinking like an entrepreneur and start talking about growth and sales and marketing. Okay. So let's get to, I'll just skip a lot of things because हमारे पास time बहुत कम है, तो मैं actual चीजों पे आ जाऊंगी. Today we'll talk about 3 main aspects of our brand value कैसे बना सकते हैं. First step is to creating the base of a brand, which we'll do through niche and authority building. Then we'll go to the marketing aspects. Marketing कैसे कर सकते हो? So all your questions around ethical branding, क्या कर सकते हैं, नहीं कर सकते, will be catered in that segment. Brand marketing के बारे में हम full detail में बात करेंगे, and then sales. एक बार marketing हो गई, फिर sales होता है. So this is a very ऑर्गेनिक वे. पहले आप मार्केट करते हो अपने प्रोडक्ट्स को, फिर जाके सेल करते हो. तो वो सेल कैसे करते हैं और वहां पे आप कैसे मेंटेन करोगे इज समथिंग वील स्पीक अबाउट. एवरीबॉडी विथ मी? परफेक्ट. सो फर्स्ट, so just read this. I'm not going to ask. We don't have a lot of time. How do you stand out? As per statistics, almost 97% of CA firms are either sole proprietorship or partnership firms with less than 5 people. So, which is why people, whenever come to a chartered accountant, they come for the trust factor. कि मुझे आपके firm का नाम पता हो नहीं हो, I know her, I trust her. So, which is why working on your own self rather than the firm's branding is always the priority. Because this question is very common, ki should we focus on the firm branding or my own branding? As a small partnership firm, अगर आपके firm में 3-4 से कम partners है, आप अपने खुद के branding पे काम करो, firm के branding पे फिलहाल काम मत करो. पहले खुद का branding बनाओ. Because people don't remember your firm's name, people remember your name. They come to you, not your firm. ये fact है, correct? कितने आपके क्लाइंट्स को आपके फर्म का नाम पता होगा? अच्छे से नहीं पता रहता है. आपका नाम पता रहता है. सीए, मेरा सीए कौन है? सीए ये है. फर्म पता नहीं मुझे. सो वर्क ऑन योर ओन ब्रांडिंग. फर्म का ब्रांडिंग फिलहाल मत करो इफ यू हैव नॉट वर्कड ऑन योर ओन ब्रांडिंग. नाउ वी विल टॉक अबाउट अ कॉन्सेप्ट कॉल्ड नीश डेवलपमेंट. मतलब जैसे सर ने बोला, if you have noticed the whole Bhagyoday series, it is all about expertise, right? हर एक सेशन में आपके पास एक सर, जो भी स्पीकर आए, he or she would have been an expert in a area और उसके बारे में बात किया. Because today people are ready to pay for expert advice, specialized expert advice. People are ready to pay. If they have a particular problem, they find a particular person to solve that, they'll pay whatever amount is necessary. Generalist ka that time has gone ki I do all. That time is not there now. People want very, very focused, specialized people to work on things. I'm not talking about a full firm. I'm talking about you as a person. So your firm might have 5 people working on 5 different aspects. That's completely fine. But I'm talking about you. You as a CA, what is your expertise? Okay, that is something that we will focus on. So now what I want you to do is, we all have expertise. When I talk about expertise, as a CA, it can be in 2 ways. एक हो सकता है आपका practice area, right? Which is, say for example, आपका valuations है, FEMA है, your FEMA,
Appeals assessments.
Okay, appeals assessments, anything can be your expertise. Uske saath, there can be other ways in which you can really differentiate from other chartered accountants. The point is to find that point of differentiation कि आप दूसरे CAs से अलग कैसे हो. Say for example, ma'am is into appeals.
Appeals assessments and litigations.
Appeals assessments and litigations, direct tax, indirect tax.
Direct taxes.
Direct taxes. But I'm sure यहाँ पे और लोग हैं. What she needs to find is, if I'm into appeals and litigations, how do I stand out from my fellow CAs who are doing the same work?
So these all are my clients, basically.
Perfect. But still, there will be people who are also into this, CAs who are also doing appeals and litigation. तो हो सकता है इनके एग्जाम्पल दे रही हूँ, इनके पास कोई क्लाइंट है जिनको लिटिगेशन करना है, सर और मैम आप दोनों मैम लिटिगेशन में हो. But what will set you apart from her or you apart from her? That is the point of differentiation we need to find. Point of differentiation can be these following things. आपके आसपास सब जगह screen है. The first point can be any value addition you are bringing to the clients. आप appeals litigation के साथ और कुछ ऐसा value add करके दे रहे हो, some solution. Say for example, आपके पास litigation का case आया, आपने वो कर दिया. Now during that whole analysis, you find वो client के पास litigation क्यों आया? There has to be some reason कि उन्होंने कुछ गलत किया जिसके वजह से आया. You found the reason and you tell the client कि आपको इस analysis, मेरा analysis के वजह से you got the litigation case because of this reasons. So you solve this and I'll help you solve that, or I'll connect you to some person or who can solve that issue जिसके वजह से litigation आया. Okay?
So that in future it doesn't come.
Correct. The point is that. Now what you're doing is आप सिर्फ वो solution नहीं दे रहे हो कि चलो आपका litigation. Sorry?
She will not have the same client next year.
That's okay. वो दूसरे services के लिए आएगा ना. And she can.
मेरे clients तो हैदराबाद और बैंगलोर के chartered accountants हैं, and they give their clients to me. And उसके बाद वो client का तो हमेशा नील ही आता है, but he keeps on giving me clients.
How is your experience with respect to, suppose I hesitate to give clients? So
This is a very big challenge. Why? Because I had just been to one of the seminar and
I keep on asking questions. I'll keep on wasting your time. But I don't never give the client, never give the assignment. But
See,
keep on asking the
let
question.
us. I have a very specific thing into this. What I do is email pe I close. I don't talk. Whatever questions you want to ask, write on the email. Then on the email, you're very specific to the point in asking questions. If I ask you to call me and then you will ask me endless questions, which is actually of no sense to you or to me.
Second question. How will you ask fees from your fellow chartered accountant?
I will quote what is my fees.
For me, it is very difficult.
Then you will have to.
For many, rather. For many, it would be difficult.
See, there are 2-3 alternatives you will have to make into place that my fixed fees is this, or if you are getting from this client, then shuru mein I'll be working like this. Then it's like if you have a long-term association, then it keeps happening. I mean, negotiation, I guess, एक बार आपका tuning हो जाता है, then आपका negotiation होता है.
Sir, we don't practice any appeal cases. I told sir, directly I'll give, but there would be few chartered accountants. They definitely will hesitate to give.
उनको लगता है उनका client चला जाएगा.
So
But
ये कैसे overcome करें?
पहली बार तो
I think
आपको
we
risk
have a-
लेना पड़ेगा.
We have a separate session for how to charge the fees
No. His question is
and how to
actually
ask for the
how.
work also.
His question is a bit different. आपको तो डर है आपका client चला जाए.
Okay.
I'm not scared. मतलब मेरा quality of service is so poor, that's why my client is going. I am that type of a believer.
We should avoid.
Yeah, we should avoid this. Correct. I agree.
The main idea, let's focus ki if your branding is strong and your processes is right, like ma'am said, अपने processes को define करो, email करो. I'm happy to share the client. This is my fees. This is the process. I deal only with this. If you're fine, let's go ahead.
But this will spoil my brand. Suppose
Why?
if I keep on asking,
Why?
suppose I keep on asking questions, she might say some fellow chartered, ये तो question ही पूछता रहता है.
Doesn't happen like
So that's your fault. That's not her fault. She is keeping her branding very strong. कि I will cater to questions, but end में let's keep it very professional. This is my fees. This is the brand that I've developed. आपको if you're comfortable, let's move forward. Brand कैसे build होता है is through credibility, trust, and process. If you don't have a process, I wanted to talk about a lot of things about brand. Brand is a package. एक brand is nothing कि मैंने ये step किया मेरा branding बन गया. It's an overall package. How are you representing yourself at each point? So even how you reply to a mail, how you set a process is also branding. So branding is not a single out thing that you're doing. So if sorry, trust, credibility, process. अगर आपका ये set नहीं है, आपका brand develop होएगा थोड़ा थोड़ा, but it's not a whole package. Okay, so branding is each action that you're taking. आज आप कौन से कपड़े पहन के आए हो, to how you're talking, to how you're interacting is also branding. Okay, so second is knowledge specific sector. I think ये सबका होगा कुछ ना कुछ. You need to choose one specific knowledge sector for yourself जहां पे आप अपना branding कर सकते. Now I realize a lot of CAs have 2-3 areas of practice. What I believe in is आपको background में practice चाहिए तो आप 10 करो, market 1 करो. Be a known face for one area of practice, whatever you choose. Okay, so quickly I'll give you 30 seconds. Choose one area of practice for yourself. If you already have, write it down. That's very important because all these steps will be required आगे.
I have a question. So, and for somebody like me,
ताकि सर को भी सुनाए. Sir, your name? उनको सर को भी सुनाए.
Okay. My question is, if somebody like me who is very new into practice, so right now I will tell you what I think when I branding. So I write articles on LinkedIn. So when I write articles, it's about letting my audience know that this is what I know, this is my knowledge. So people come to me for that service. So when you're extremely new, you want work to come to you, you cannot just write about one thing, or it's very difficult to write about just one thing, because somebody who is very new, less than a year into practice, has not thought about what I want to specialize in.
ठीक है, fair enough. People who are very, very new, I think anybody who's just started practice,
I'm going to plan.
But you still have an experience of, so you know your background कि इतने साल में पता चल जाता है मेरा strength क्या है. I think you've qualified new or something.
I have qualified recently, a year back.
Perfect. So yes, take that.
So
no, that's a
this entire series.
So very
consulting.
No, the BHAGYODAY series.
No, but everybody has to decide himself or herself. Mostly, nobody should guide कि भी आप ये करो.
नहीं,
Your interest actually drives it.
yes, it is your interest, your past experience, and your network. My point of network is thoda analysis karo. So for example, she's been into real estate industry. So I'm sure she'll know 10 people in real estate industry. So that becomes her network. So wahan pe she can pitch it. For example, branding I can do for a lot of people. Why I chose specifically for chartered accountants is because that was my network. I knew 100 chartered accountants. So wahan se mujhe clients mil sakte hain. So don't go into, so your experience, your interest and your network that you have currently. For example, किसी का family business है into garments. आप नहीं हो, but आपका पूरा खानदान garments में है. That becomes your expertise because you will have the network to really understand the work and to pitch into clients. So your knowledge specific sector is very important. I hope everybody's chosen that. Yes. Third is target audience. Like we discussed, any specific sector आप choose कर सकते हो अपने लिए. That will be the best idea. It can be target audience आपका geographically भी हो सकता है. Say for example, you take only Maharashtra clients. Okay, say for example, I have a client who is into subsidies, जो Maharashtra government subsidies देता है. So he deals with only MSMEs and subsidies in Maharashtra. So that geographically becomes his target audience. It can be a sector specific, real estate. Okay. So anything like that, choose a specific target audience for yourself. 30 seconds. Write it down. Next is technology. So few people can also have technology as an edge. For example, say there is some technology in RERA, okay, which she has adopted in her practice. Okay? Any upcoming technology, I'm not very sure of RERA or something, but कुछ भी technology वो specific industry में, not even related to your own practice. But even in that industry, if some technology has come up and you have adopted that in your practice and you know about that technology, that becomes a standing point from other CAs. Okay? So this is something that you homework जो आप ये बाद में कर सकते हो. Technology, team. Say for example, आपका team इतना strong है that helps you stand out from other CAs. Team में you have somebody who looks after technology or somebody who is very, very good with समझो RERA का भी. Say for example, she teams up with 2-3 more people who again have expertise in RERA. So she becomes she has a very expertise team. So that helps you stand out from other CAs. So any point of differentiation which helps you stand out from CAs, I hope आपके पास at least 2 है. ये सब में से 2 ऐसे points है which helps you stand out from the fellow CAs who might be in the same work area.
Just want to add, ma'am, in technology, in CA office, we have so many technology, already so many software are there. And also now people are using AI, but we are not charging a fees for that technology use what we are using. So I know one of the firm, they are charging standard technology fee in each of the bill. Apart from their technical expertise, like we are making a computation of income or ITR return. So when we are charging ITR return, for an example, 5,000 rupees. Under that one of the areas in invoice itself, a technology fee standard 10%. So that also people are charging to cover the fees of the software or any tool, because we also have to use a paid software. So it can be make a differentiate if you are use the latest technology. And I told how to cover also, because I know one of the firm who is charging that. I mean, many other firm are already charging, maybe a separate head or under the same head, but we have to recover that as well. Then only we can able to use the latest technology, and without technology we cannot make our firm also as an expertise, because speed of the service and accuracy of the service is also matter, and that also only possible with the help of technology.
Very good, very nice. Yes.
And even clients will get used to it.
Clients get used to.
So if you don't want to charge 10%, you can start with 2, 3, 5% as per your number of client and as per whatever cost you are having as of now. Maybe a paid AI tool, or maybe the other software, income tax, GST, all those kind of. Even RERA have many software or a website cost or all those kind of things.
Yes.
So in that, or you can have an entire team also, expertise team we require now for hardware and a software as well. So that kind of, ma'am, please.
Good suggestion, very good suggestion. So I hope everybody is done with that.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we'll do is,
What is UBP?
unique branding point. So I'm sorry, I'm actually not being able to cover a lot of things, but UBP is unique branding point. Any point of branding that helps you stand out from your fellow competition is your unique branding
Niche
point.
plus point of differentiation, how are these two different things?
Niche is technically, niche becomes your area of practice.
Correct.
Point of differentiation, case say for example, okay. So system, say your niche is system audit and internal control for pharma company. That is your niche. But your point of differentiation is why doing the system audit, you use tools like Power BI, risk heat maps to really deliver visual and actionable internal control insights. तो आप क्या खाली system audit या internal control करके नहीं दे रहे हो? You're giving such a detailed action points and what you need to do in a very visual way, and you're using AI tools like Power BI to really move forward.
So this
मेरे को पता नहीं है. This is something that somebody had suggested me.
It's one of the tool for technology. Like
Power BI
is
जैसा
also
ही है,
software.
हाँ, but I don't know the full detail. Power BI जैसा है, so it's a dashboard where you create dashboards for people, your clients.
So this point of differentiation, you are actually highlighting to the client.
Correct.
So then where is branding coming? I mean, on the social media, if you want to put in like this,
Yes,
then
you can.
that you're using Power BI and ACL and this to deliver.
Yes.
This can be put.
Yes, why not?
Okay.
Okay. Now what we'll do is we will okay, please ये homework कर लेना. Just take a screenshot and do this as your homework. But what I've realized is when you're introducing yourself or when you're having conversations with people now, you only tend to talk about your service. कि I provide this service. कि मेरा चलो internal audit है या तो फिर I help CAs or my clients with technology. But वो technology से आपका क्या problem solve हो रहा है या मेरे internal control service से आपका क्या problem solve हो रहा है? Nobody talks about that. That is where people don't associate your service with their own work or their own business. Once you start talking from their problem point of view, ठीक है कि आपका problem ये हो सकता है and this is the problem that I solve, they will start associating your service and they'll be ready to take up your service. So start writing down what are your clients' problem, उनके causes क्या है, and वो solve करने के लिए where do I come into picture? Okay?
इसका कोई sample?
Yes, we'll do that just right now.
What's it for the client?
Okay. So see, आप एक notice करना जब भी आप fellow CS से conversations कर रहे हो, especially the introduction part, people like she also said, people are very hesitant to introduce themselves also. Hi, my name is CA XYZ and I practice in this. That's the whole introduction that's been given. But ये again, like it's a fact कि you get a lot of clients from your fellow CAs. अब उनके पास तो 100 CAs है, आपको क्यों याद रखेंगे? जब आप अपना कोई specific area of practice या कुछ problem solving कुछ आप अपना बता सकते हो कि उनको याद रहे और उनको काम आए. And that's what we are going to practice. You need to write a very crisp introduction about yourself, following this whole structure. Let's take Virag sir as an example. Virag sir, if you can fill in the blanks and introduce yourself using this structure.
Many are already aware. You can tell someone else.
अच्छा, एक काम करते हैं. Okay, Prateek sir.
So, my name is Prateek Tulsian. I have 18 years of experience in banking field. I have been in corporate banking across all the segments of banking, be it large corporates, mid corporates, and small corporates, including startups. Now I am starting to start my own CA firm, whereby I am targeting the startups. I will be engaging into identifying whether the business model is correctly drafted by them, whether
okay. Prateek, I'll just stop you there.
Yeah.
So with that background, let's use this particular structure and let's create that.
And I want to help the VCs and the startups in identifying first to VCs in identifying the right startups, and to startups how to go to approach to the VCs and be a bankable organization within a short period of time. I want to achieve this by since I have an experience and I have an experience of drafting the credit policies for the bank for lending to the startups. I have a decent experience in this particular field, and I think that my services would be helpful both to the VCs as well as to the startups. Understanding about the financials and understanding about the rest is the key of my strength.
Perfect. So let's polish that. I achieved this with my 18 years of rich experience. Decent thing. You are bringing your brand down.
Yeah, because in banking we don't want to boost things.
हो गया banking. अब हो गया हमारा banking. अब हम practice में आए हैं. ठीक है? So let's boost. Branding is all about boosting. Come on, you don't be so humble. Okay? Again, one of the traits of chartered accountants is we are very humble. We are taught कि अरे नहीं humble रहो. क्यों? Why? Are the big fours humble? No, na. So let's break that humbleness. Humbleness और बोलते ना क्या बोलते हैं उसको ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट एंड कॉन्फिडेंट में ये फर्क है. ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट हमेशा अपनी बात करेगा. कॉन्फिडेंट पर्सन विल टॉक अबाउट देमसेल्फ वेयर नीडेड. So here you are introducing yourself. Take that opportunity to boast about yourself. So I have 18 years of rich experience to understand where the businesses fail to get the loan from the VC, and also find the gap of how VC cannot reach the right businesses to invest in. And that's where I come in. Perfect. So यहाँ पे क्या होगा? Next time, whenever you are meeting somebody, you introduce yourself in such a way, वो इंसान को कभी भी काम आएगा ना, not even तुरंत में, कहीं भी कुछ click होगा, he'll remember your name. That's the idea of branding. वो एक छाप छोड़ देना कि whenever that person needs that particular area, he will remember you. Okay. Quickly, I want 2 more people to introduce themselves in the same structure. Whoever. Ma'am, aap new ho, right? You are new into practice.
Myself, Shiva Khan. Currently, I have just started my practice.
That structure. सब भूल जाओ कि अरे मैं कैसे करूं. Structure follow करो. Simple.
I am practicing chartered accountant since 1.5 years. Currently, I cater to MSME sector, and I have an experience of 2.5 years in like assessment and appeals.
Okay, perfect.
So I have very good drafting skills, and I have.
It's okay. It's okay.
I have very good drafting skills.
Huh?
I have handled many corporate clients with my firm.
Okay. Any particular type of clients you regularly get? Matlab, any industry?
Like corporate clients, industry was not specific.
Okay.
So we handle direct tax.
Mention that. Thank you, sir.
I have handled assessment and appeals for direct taxation.
I have handled. I handle.
So I can handle that very in good manner.
Okay. Handled से क्या होता है? It gives a perception that somebody else finalizes and you are managing. I do, or I take up appeals and assessment cases. I take up. Handled में it gives the authority to somebody else. Perception. Okay? ठीक है, चलो, good, fair enough. यहाँ तक confidently बोलना. Okay? Anybody who's very experienced?
I want to say. Yeah.
Then, sir, you can please go ahead.
I am practicing chartered accountant. My name is Chirag Mehta. My specified area is jewelry sector. Geographically, I'm available in South Mumbai.
Mm-hmm.
And the recent update in jewelry sectors like hallmarking and everything, which I updated with. And I do the internal audit work.
Okay.
as well. My specified clients, as I said, is the jewelers. So is accounting to till the finalization and GST income tax, I very well updated.
ओके परफेक्ट ठीक है आपका नीश बहुत अच्छा है आई स्टिल वांट यू टू बी अ बिट मोर स्पेसिफिक ऑन हाउ आर यू स्टैंडिंग आउट ज्वेलरी ऑफ कोर्स gives you that edge you're very specified in the sector but still how do you really stand out from other CAs थोड़ा सा उस पे और वर्क कीजिए ओके से आप जैसे हॉलमार्क के बारे में अगर बोल रहे हो कि हाउ डू यू इनकॉर्पोरेट दैट और आई हेल्प द ज्वेलर्स इनकॉर्पोरेट दैट हॉलमार्किंग और वो प्रोसेस कैसे लेके आना है अपने सिस्टम में हॉलमार्किंग का दैट इज समथिंग इज माय स्पेशलाइजेशन एनीथिंग दैट यू कैन रियली इनपुट ठीक है सर
Good morning, friends. I am C. Subhash Kedia. I'm into practice for last 40 years. And my core area of practice is statutory audit as well as taxation of large corporates, firms, individuals as well. In my past experience, what I have done is I have into litigation and I have reduced the tax liability of a firm, of a group from 400 crores to 17 crore in the first stage of litigation, first appeal, and the matter is again into second appeal to reduce that 17 crores to the very minimal level.
Okay, perfect. आपका तो एक्सपीरियंस इतना अच्छा है 40 years and you know you yourself in and out कि this is my क्या बोलते हैं स्वीट पॉइंट ठीक है तो जैसे स्टार्ट आपने किया है डू ऑडिट एंड टैक्स ठीक है वो छोड़ दो जेन्युइनली बोलना ही छोड़ दो सीए यानी आप नॉन सीए किसी को भी पूछो सबको पता है सीए मतलब ऑडिट टैक्स तो करता है तो आपके पास वो काम वैसे भी आएगा तो उस पर दिमाग ही मत लगाओ और 40 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है आपका जो 40 इयर्स इतना रिच एक्सपीरियंस है आप सीधा बोलोगे विथ 40 इयर्स मेरा विथ माय 40 इयर्स ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस एंड माय नॉलेज आई कॉन्सेंट्रेट ऑन लिटिगेशन मैटर्स टफ लिटिगेशन मैटर्स जहां पे माय एक्सपीरियंस ऑल्सो हैव बीन जहां पे 400 करोड़ का मैं 17 करोड़ पे फर्स्ट स्टेज में लेके आ पाया दैट्स माय फोर्टे दैट्स माय स्ट्रेंथ बस उतना बोलो ठीक है डोंट जनरलाइज करो ही मत अपने आप को आपका तो बहुत अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस ठीक है थैंक यू सर सो एनीबडी वांट्स टू अदरवाइज वी विल मूव फॉरवर्ड
If I may.
हाँ प्लीज
Hello everyone. I am CA Zuki Palande, a practicing chartered accountant. I work with real estate clients and help them with decision making with regards to projects. I help them to make feasibility reports. I achieve this by bringing in my fresh perspective about the financials, about the cash flows that a real estate project is expected to give.
Okay, very good effort. यहाँ पे what you can add is you can say कि I work with real estate clients and help them cater to the one of the major challenges that is cash flow, okay, which the real estate has. What I do is I help them with the right decision making and help them with the what decision making, by the way?
Whether or not to take up a project. Whether
Perfect.
the project is feasible or not.
Feasibility reports and also the projections. है ना?
So the projections basically
Whether that is viable.
Viable or not.
Project is
Perfect. But talk about that.
Viability and feasibility.
Feasibility, I work with them to understand the viability and feasibility of the real estate projects that they are analyzing. ठीक है? So क्या होता है बहुत ही specific, बहुत ही बढ़िया challenge है. It is project लेके काफी real estate वाले फंस जाते हैं. So you are catering to that. So talk about that challenge. Okay? Perfect. So thank you so much.
ये समय difficult है.
हाँ?
ये समय difficult है.
समय best है. I think सबसे difficult. हाँ.
Also into real estate. He has 15 years experience into that. project instruction to fill OC receipt. We are providing 20 services to real estate.
Wow,
In
that's
our firm, we
niche.
have only real estate.
Very
So
nice.
if you need anything for that, you can also ask. We have architect also. We also have architect also for making the feasibility reports. And we are doing legal drafting for real estate.
Networking started.
So that's what branding
Help
is.
each other for
Absolutely.
work.
Maybe I want to highlight regarding.
We are currently handling more than 40 clients.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, I highlighted. We receive notice from the income tax department. We receive the OGs from the department. CIT table effect, IT table effect, or we don't study the OGs properly. So that calculations by the department, for example, the demand is adjusted by department against some refunds. They don't give credits for all the refunds. That is a very major area. where
They don't
people
even
miss
give the
out.
breakup.
Miss out, they just say, okay, systems are high, but we don't check how much refund has been adjusted. Suppose 5 years refund adjusted in one demand. And then I have studied in number of companies where refunds of 2.5 crores are generated because just they are missed or we are not calculated interest collected to whatever A. Example, one simple example. So these things I try to focus on and try to give solution to the client so that in the past they have neglected this area.
Correct.
Of course, it may be beyond rectification area of 4 years, maybe what we can still, for applicability is not properly given. People don't bother about refund lag, but we have to analyze the orders whether refund is properly given, all the credits are given, TDS credit is given. All these things I have mastered and I have done in my earlier company also. And second is litigation. We miss some grounds of appeal when we make appeal to the next level, where we have to focus on some technical points which are not obvious. So that our appeal becomes stronger and our pace of charge becomes higher. That is the area where I am saying these practices. Apart from because I was in industry only, so but I have experienced that. That is the
Because your experience have been direct taxes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you.
So, okay.
Direct tax.
Direct taxes. Chalo. So I hope you all have that now introduction ready. And aaj se, whoever you are talking to, your introduction has to be in this format. Thoda, of course, idhar udhar hoga. I'm not saying be a robot, but these are the main keywords that you need to cover when you are introducing yourself. ठीक है? अभी लिखा है तो very good. नहीं लिखा है तो please work on this, format this when you're going at home. But अभी हम आगे भी करेंगे उसको use.
You can use AI also no, for this.
Don't do that. You know yourself the best. Why do you need AI इतने छोटे से काम के लिए? Don't do that. AI say what will happen is there will be some words which you won't relate to. And then when you're speaking, वो emotions के साथ बाहर नहीं आएगा.
We can edit also no?
Edit कर लो, ठीक है, but this is such a simple format यार, आपको सिर्फ filling the blank करना है.
I have an experience with that. I have a trained model, so he knows what I do. So I just asked him, okay, tell me about myself. And he gave exactly what I think about myself.
If you have that
same
trained
words, everything, whatever is there in my mind, I just felt he's able to see me or to get into my brain.
Correct.
It was like that.
Because they store history. No?
History, हाँ वो
They
trained
know
है.
what work you are doing. So the trained model is knowing everything. कि किस समय पे when you have uploaded one, what are you asking?
हाँ.
सिर्फ upload भी कर दो वो सब दे देगा कि इसने prompt नहीं दिया, prompt कई बार भूल जाते हैं. You just attach and then you fire. So he knows अगर ये file upload किया है ना, then what is she wanting?
So that's a trained model, yes. So if you have some trained model or some very ChatGPT, इसमें आप free वाले में भी if you have a history, that person ChatGPT will give you a very specified answer. But still, this
Pro Plus is amazing.
Huh?
Pro Plus is amazing.
Pro Plus is very amazing, but still some things I feel you should write from your own thing. Okay. Now, next point of branding, especially for a service provider, is always creating a thought leadership material. Okay. Thought leadership in a very general way we say is something that gives you a thought leadership is आप किसी एक area में बहुत ही known है and people look after you. मतलब you become kind of an inspiration in some way using a material or a method. Okay. Now, what are these thought leadership is? What are the different ways in which you can market yourself as a thought leader? The first is, of course, जो आजकल बहुत चल रहा है is social media. So you either have a very, very focused and you're very regular with your social media posts. Okay, every day you are posting. So that becomes a thought leadership material. So
what is better? Everyday posting is better, or there also you need to decide when you do you need to post?
Everyday posting is of course any day better, but taking the time constraints, if you're not able to do, I suggest at least thrice a week is something that you can maintain. Twice to thrice a week, good material is something you can at least should be there.
Okay.
But everyday
It takes
posting,
a lot of time to edit and to put your thoughts actually what you do.
I agree.
It's a very time consuming.
Agreed. It will take time.
ChatGPT कर लेगा ना.
But I'll tell you something.
Mechanical language देता है. It doesn't connect to you.
ChatGPT gives a very mechanical language. People have started realizing this is a ChatGPT material, so they don't read also.
I'm just joking. So.
No, it's not a joke.
No, it was a very true fact.
You should use ChatGPT. You can use, but in a specific way. ठीक है, उसका भी एक मेथड होता है. It's not कि you don't use ChatGPT at all, but consistency and if of course everyday posting, nothing can beat that. But at least try to post twice a week is something that I really suggest. Good material.
On
so,
LinkedIn, right?
On LinkedIn or wherever. LinkedIn है, Instagram है, whatever you are there.
As per the content nature, अगर reel है तो Instagram.
That we'll talk. Social media we'll talk in detail कि आपको कैसा platform use करना है, कैसे करना है. Okay. Blogs है, if you have websites, so somebody had asked कि website है but उसको कैसे आगे बढ़ाए. Blogging. Take a website which has a blogging feature. Blog helps you with the Google search SEO organically. So if you want to really push your website organically, blogging is something that helps you. Okay. Social media posts are also important because nowadays Google has started taking LinkedIn post as a SEO method. तो आप किसी भी इंसान को भी सर्च करोगे ना, just notice the first search result has today become the LinkedIn profile rather than the website. That's the power of LinkedIn today. So if you're very active on LinkedIn, your Google search becomes better. Okay. So blogging is one of the organic methods to push your website. Newsletters can be like through LinkedIn pay. There is newsletters that is available. You can have a monthly, quarterly, whatever period that you're choosing. Newsletters is something that you can take forward. Monthly newsletters, आप अपने clients को email भी कर सकते हो, WhatsApp भी कर सकते हो, anything. But consistently, if you do something, that becomes a thought leadership material for you. PR, if you are into PR in the sense, you can use public relation methods of getting yourself published at places, आप interviews दे सकते हो, but that is money consuming. It takes up a lot of money. ठीक है? Book is again one of a very, very powerful ways of creating a thought leadership. You can write a book either on a technical, non-technical, whatever topic you want to write. Easier method is if you want to start with books, start with ebooks. Publish a very specific topic. ठीक है? आप अपने expertise से एक बहुत ही specific छोटा सा topic लेके 25-30 pages का ebook बना लो. Very easy. You can use ChatGPT, research, your experience, तीनों को combine करो, Canva खोलो, Canva पे e-books के templates होते हैं, उस पे आप अपना content डाल दो, आपका e-book ready है. Very easy. Okay.
Even Canva has AI, ना? No.
Canva also has AI, but वो combine करना थोड़ा difficult हो जाता है. मतलब आप बहुत ही common topic डाल रहे हो तो ठीक है. अगर आप technical topics डाल रहे हो तो Canva का AI मत use करो. ठीक है? आप अपना research और अपना content डाल के फिर डालो. मतलब अपना Canva का AI only works for very common topic. Not very specific technical topics नहीं काम आता है उतना. Okay. So Canva is very easy, free material, a free website application. आप उसको use करके आप e-books बना सकते हो. Okay, I've done that for myself, for my clients. It's very easy. ICI publication, sir ने भी बोला, one of the very easiest methods to start with thought leadership. Be very consistent with publishing some articles for ICI. Webinars, seminars, again, sir like said, it's very easy. It's one of the common methods to build a thought leadership when you become a speaker in a particular topic. ठीक है? Interviews, आप interviews दे सकते हो, okay, at various places, but again that's a bit time consuming thing. It takes a lot of efforts to really find कहाँ पे आप interviews दे सकते हो. Becomes a part of PR, but still. And last is podcast. Anybody can start a podcast, very easy. आपको सिर्फ Zoom चाहिए to really start a podcast. If you're doing online, physical करना चाहते हो तो physical भी is very easy. Phone लेके आपको सिर्फ stand पे खड़ा करना है. Okay, but podcast is today one of the very powerful methods that people are using. It's ethically allowed. There are few things that you cannot do on podcast. For example, you cannot take your firm's name in the podcast. आप अपना नाम ले सकते हो with a CA prefix, that's completely fine. But anywhere in the podcast, even verbally and in the YouTube channel, in the podcast, आप अपने firm का नाम नहीं दे सकते. ठीक है? That's one of the rules that you need to follow. आप अपने clients के बारे में नहीं बता सकते. उसके अलावा आप अपना expertise दे सकते हो. For example, she starts a podcast today. She'll call the rest 15 of you for the podcast channel. आप आओ, अपने experience के बारे में बात करो, अपने काम के बारे में बात करो. All of that is allowed. आप अपने firm का नाम नहीं ले सकते. Neither can she take her firm's name. Easy? Podcast बन गया. Zoom call पे आपको उस इंसान को बुलाना है, उस Zoom call को record करना है. बिना edit किए भी आप अपने YouTube channel पे डाल सकते हो. Don't. The beauty of branding is consistency matters more than quality. The more consistent you are, people start accepting the raw videos and raw person also. Authenticity is more important than the fancy videos. तो अगर आप वो सोचते हो ना कि ब्रांडिंग के लिए मुझे टूल्स चाहिए, मुझे एडिटिंग आना चाहिए, नहीं. ब्रांडिंग के लिए फर्स्ट रूल इज कंसिस्टेंसी. सो आप 15-20 वीडियो डालो ना, बिना कुछ एडिट के, बिंदास डालो. उससे आपको कॉन्फिडेंस मिलेगा, आपका एक चैनल चालू हो जाएगा. Then if you want, start investing in the editing and all those aspects, right? Virag sir इतना branding करते हैं, sir you'll agree with me. Consistency is always important, very important, rather than the fancy videos or editing. Okay?
My problem is what I'm scared. What if I make mistake?
Mistake like
I'm not able to.
जैसा mistake कैसा?
Suppose in newsletter I made a mistake, which I come to know after we got published.
It's okay. Everybody makes a mistake. ICI के कितने mistakes हैं? ICI material में कितने mistakes हैं? तो करना थोड़ी ना छोड़ देंगे.
Whether it will spoil the branding or
no, it won't spoil. What you do is, if you find out the mistake in your next publication, accept. ये last publication में ये वाला mistake था. This was pointed out, and this is the correct mistake.
What if my opinion, their opinion are different?
It's okay. यार
10 people will have 12
CGI
opinions.
पे केस हो सकता है, चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ इंडिया पे केस हो सकता है, तो बहुत छोटी चीज है. The point is to accept and to move forward. It's okay. Mistake सबसे होती है. I think nobody is ever not done any mistake. It's okay. Come out of the perfectionist. Again, one of the traits of CAs, we want to be perfect. So जिसके कारण हम start ही नहीं कर पाते. Perfect video होना चाहिए, कोई mistake नहीं होना चाहिए. It's okay. हाँ?
With the least mistakes.
With the least mistakes. मत छोड़ दो वो सब perception. अपने काम में yes, you need to be perfect, but यहाँ पे it's okay. ठीक है? Just start with the branding. Okay. Now what I want you to do is select one. Quickly select one thought leadership activity that you will start doing. Content लिखोगे, e-book बनाओगे, book लिखोगे, ICI में publications डालोगे. I want you to write down. I want everybody to write one thing that you will start doing. Anybody for podcast?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Podcast makes sense only when you are a little bit popular. Or else,
Why?
Because no one, I'll tell you, let's say if I am the podcast, I'll share it over my LinkedIn, I'll share it over my WhatsApp status. So people in my circle will know about it. I don't think so it will get a higher reach than that. Because let's say if I am making a podcast for 1 hour, I don't think so anyone would be interested to watch. And there's a very limited audience.
Perfect, perfect. Good question. Let's say start a podcast of 20 minutes.
Small podcast.
Small podcast. Don't speak yourself. Call people. आपको उनका भी नेटवर्क मिल रहा है, तो आपके नेटवर्क के साथ उस इंसान के नेटवर्क में भी जा रहा है.
Shorter format, I agree.
20 to 30 minutes का बनाओ. Call people, talk about them, don't talk about yourself, and see how it grows. Because you're not only getting your audience, you're getting that different people that you're calling.
I think now Instagram also we can post bigger
Videos. Yes.
Can you just explain on this? Call people and talk about them.
Say for example, I had a podcast. I used to call people. I'll start the second series. So what I used to do is, say for example, I call her. I know her expertise is real estate. And एक बड़ा चीज है कि प्रोजेक्ट चालू करने के पहले भी वाइबिलिटी कैसे होता है. Okay, I only talk about her. I ask her questions. I ask how does she work, how does she find clients, या तो फिर क्या उनके challenges है. I'll talk about that to her. I talk about litigations and appeals with her. Okay, I talk about AI and technology with Virat sir.
Somebody had called me for that podcast. Chai pe charcha, there is something going on.
Oh, chai pe charcha is
But
yes.
वो मेरा time schedule सही नहीं था. I should have done that, नहीं?
Yes, please do that. So the point is, you give your audience different flavors.
But in that case, so it is
अभी कर ले.
branding of others.
It's okay. आपको आपका भी मिल रहा है ना? आपको आपका मिल रहा है ना? You are helping others brand them, but आप consistent हो. Visibility मिल रहा है आपको.
हम भी post कर सकते हैं ना उसे.
Yes, you can
Okay.
post about that. No problem at all.
So basically, when people open their social media, we are there in some or the other. Like we are always in somebody's memory.
Correct.
That's what celebrities do. They constantly put things on different formats, so that we always remember them.
Visibility is one of the very important aspects of branding. जितना दिखोगे उतना बिकोगे, जो concept है, that's about branding.
Is it not like taking interview of some other person?
हाँ, I'm taking interview. Podcast is that only.
You are interviewing somebody else.
हाँ.
So although आप भी chartered हो, मैं भी chartered हूँ, but if I'm starting a podcast, I'll be asking you questions. It's like that.
How intelligently you are asking question? How intelligently you are asking question?
That's the whole thing.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes. Good question or good point that the market has become very flooded with podcast, but यहाँ पे आपको एक benefit है. It's a very focused podcast. अगर आप random लोगों को बुलाओगे, तो it becomes very flooded. But here you are targeting CAs and their expertise. So आपके viewers कौन होंगे? CAs होंगे, business वाले होंगे. Say when I'm talking about real estate वाले लोग देखेंगे. So it becomes a very focused. तो आप अगर आप ऐसे सोचोगे अरे मेरे को viewerships नहीं मिलेगा. But इतना focused रहेगा कि आपको clients मिल जाएंगे. Because it's very focused. Viewers कम रहेंगे लेकिन आपको very focused viewers मिलेंगे, मतलब business people मिलेंगे.
Can we do paid marketing in this specifically for CA, pushing only to CA?
नहीं कर सकते. नहीं कर सकते.
कोई भी टाइप का.
Any type of paid marketing कहीं पे भी आप नहीं कर सकते.
How would I see know?
That's a different.
Yeah, I see what people are doing.
That's a different conversation altogether.
Vendors do point out. I've seen that.
So that is the
I'll tell
ethical
you
part ना.
something.
पता चले नहीं चले अलग है. चोरी करना पता चलेगा क्या?
पकड़ा जाना है.
सारे तो नहीं पकड़ा जाएंगे.
See, I'll tell you, yes, आजकल what I have noticed, and I have few people in the ethical board, which is why I'm telling you this. People have started writing mails and they have started taking small actions. I'm not here to comment कि कितना action हो रहा है नहीं हो रहा है, but yes, people have started pointing out. Okay, so firms have started becoming a bit more conscious of what they are doing on social media. So आपको कितना कौन कर रहा है? I'm not here. BNI is banned by ICI. बहुत CAs है BNI में. So again, करने को लोग बहुत कुछ करते हैं.
So it's not ICI ban. I mean, ban is in the sense of for a practicing chartered account.
CA, yeah, of
So there
course.
are
We are
many
talking
other
about-
CA are already going there who is not holding a certificate of
हाँ,
practice.
मतलब of course that's practicing CAs
All
can't be.
restrictions are for COP only.
COP का ही बात कर रहे हैं हम इधर. Okay.
So network. जो आप अभी ये जो मैम just एक बार वापस करो. So all this thought leadership will work only if you are consistent. मतलब 15 days में भी कर रहे हो तो ठीक है, या 1 month में भी कर रहे हो तो ठीक है. Every month you are doing one podcast or one interview or one article or one social media post. Then only it will work if you are doing consistently for 15-20 podcast or in a post, that kind
I
of.
literally go to few of the YouTube channel just to gain knowledge. Like there is one channel, can I name it?
Of course.
Yeah, you can.
Gyan Station. I recently found it very knowledgeable.
Which station?
Gyan Station.
Deepti Jain.
So she is also doing consistently. So the
Correct.
main is
She's
thing,
very consistent.
if you are also do same, like what happened as of now for practicing CA, I know I am in connect with many CAs. If anything is asking by the client, like what is the allowable in ATC or what deduction is there, people are just asking to Google and sending the clear text or any other kind of link to the client. अगर आपने पॉडकास्ट में कुछ पूछा है, कुछ हुआ है, you will next time send your link. So that will be the effect of this. कि आप अभी नहीं देखोगे, कभी ना कभी कोई क्लाइंट पूछेगा, you can immediately send this podcast. और similarly real estate.
Vlogs really are the best sustainable way of branding जहाँ पे आप अपना उसको बहुत तरह से use कर सकते हो.
Google do themselves SEO also, na?
Yeah.
Even if you don't push it.
Yes. Say for example.
PG channel, not only Google, LinkedIn also.
Yes.
हाँ,
So LinkedIn post remains for how long time?
तो हमेशा
हमेशा it's always there.
आप लिंक संभाल के रखो, आपको मिलेगा.
I had to write articles on LinkedIn. It will help. People from Singapore have reached out to me just because they saw my article on LinkedIn.
Yes.
On which topic? So this was on complaining to SEBI. So the person wanted to do a complaint. She reached out to me.
I had a client from Dubai 5 years back, just because of my channel. He heard me and he came back.
हाँ,
Yes,
so
definitely.
it helps. आपको बहुत ही immediate effect शायद नहीं मिले, but it gives a very sustainable way of growing.
फर्स्ट वीडियो तो खाली आप देखोगे या आपके फैमिली वाले 2-3 लोग देखेंगे शायद. अगर इफ यू आर मेकिंग वीडियो, उनको भी लगेगा कि क्या हो रहा है, लेकिन इफ यू आर कंसिस्टेंट 10-15 वीडियो हो गया तो बहुत लोग देखेंगे.
बहुत लोग देखते हैं. And YouTube का ये एक.
You are very active now. How is your experience?
Yeah,
That's
that I
what
am
he's telling now.
We have not done any editing or that kind of, but we are what doing is we are inviting speakers and a guest, what madam is telling, question or sharing a knowledge, and we have built a 10,000 plus subscriber on our YouTube channel.
And can we pay to these members if I call for an interview or podcast?
कोई problem
Is it
नहीं.
allowed?
चलेगा.
मिलेगा नहीं उससे.
Hey, we have to mention the paid promotion.
इंस्टीट्यूट को नहीं बोलना.
Not a paid promotion.
I'm paying the.
Paying for because he's there for you, giving your time.
It's not a paid promotion.
It's an honorarium.
हाँ.
Payment is not for promotion. It's for inviting him for interview.
Giving the time.
But suppose a channel grows and suppose a certain brand, maybe a cosmetic brand or something, they want you know, maybe showcase their product in paid promotion. Is that allowed?
I think this is something, honestly, what I have seen is when we talk about social media or any other thing, we talk what will happen after 2-3 years when we become. This is something that will happen later on.
Reach
The
out to
first
that
step
later,
is
then we'll.
consistently writing something, making
Take
a
the
video,
action.
and we fail in that. Like I have failed in that. I completely accept. I tried to do LinkedIn. I have written some 30 articles, but beyond that, I stopped. I have my
What made
Instagram.
you stop? Why and why did you stop?
Purely time management.
Time
I am not able to manage my time.
Okay.
I also have a plan
That's
for
the
that.
problem. That's why I asked that how often you need to
So I
post.
think we should completely focus on consistently and how we should learn everything here. Okay. And consistently posting something on whatever channel that we choose. That is the
One
most
area we should
important.
decide. That's
Yeah.
what has been getting highlighted.
Once we
So-
do it, everything will happen later on. Later on, we can have this conversation about, let's say, branding, कोई अगर आ रहा है, all of that.
और ये monetize हो जाता है channel उसके बाद जो पैसे आते हैं that's also
That is also allowed. So just want to add one point for time management when we are talking here. सैटरडे संडे मिलता है या वीकेंड या ऑन हॉलीडे, यू कैन शेड्यूल योर पोस्ट. एक दिन पूरा बैठ के बना लो एंड यू कैन मेक एंटायर वीक शेड्यूल, और जो भी आपको लग रहा है 15 दिन में है या 10 दिन, यू कैन शेड्यूल और ऑटोमेटिक वो पोस्ट हो जाएगा. दैट इज फीचर इज अवेलेबल ऑलरेडी इन मेनी ऑफ द प्लेटफॉर्म. और वो नहीं भी है तो एक अलग से आउट थर्ड पार्टी सॉफ्टवेयर इज ऑल्सो अवेलेबल. यू कैन शेड्यूल एंड फ्रॉम वहां से वो शेड्यूल टाइम पे पोस्ट हो जाएगा. सो समटाइम्स टाइमिंग ऑल्सो इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट for having a more interaction or more like and comment on the post. So
What's
if you
the
are
timing?
so one of the time I know is for Instagram. अगर Sunday को आप around 2 o'clock or in the afternoon if you post, it will give a great boost.
And what about LinkedIn?
LinkedIn, I think weekdays is
I
better
think just ask
because people are
that
there
you are
on.
based in Bombay and you are using this particular social media and this is the kind of post that you'll be posting. What is the best time for it? It will give you a proper answer.
There are two ways to analyze this. One is a normal analysis. LinkedIn पे, yes, weekend actually Saturdays still works, Sundays नहीं work करता है. LinkedIn works in the morning from 9 to 11 when people are traveling, they generally open. Work hours में then they don't open. या तो रात को चलता है. ठीक है, post 7-8 people still open. Okay. Second step that you necessarily have to do is analyze your own. तुमने एक महीने पोस्ट डाला, 8 से 10 पोस्ट डाला, अलग अलग टाइम पे डालो and see which is working for you. Because a lot of times what happens is you kind of get a very specific audience and they are active in a particular time that you have to then analyze. Okay, my audience is active at this time pe. Say for example, for me, morning and evening 5 o'clock works. So I try to post these at this time. Every client of mine has a different time. So you need to be very specific and analyze कि आपके लिए क्या काम कर रहा है. Okay, so follow this two method. But again, उसके पहले consistency आती है. Start posting. कभी भी करो post. फिलहाल just focus on that.
And also, can we send this my LinkedIn article to others?
वो तो post करने को बोलता है.
You're not selling any service. It's a content.
The content still it is under push.
Perfect question at a perfect time. Let's understand what push and pull is. All your marketing, जो भी आप कर सकते हो नहीं कर सकते हो, इतने सारे जो questions हैं, depends on these two concepts, push method and pull method. Okay. See, ICI का जो simple clause है, first of all, there are no specific clauses या तो बहुत ज्यादा description नहीं है ICI में कि आप क्या कर सकते हो क्या नहीं कर सकते. Okay, it is a clause जो हमको खुद को analyze करना है. Clause क्या बोलता है? You cannot solicit clients or professional work either directly or indirectly by circular, advertisement, personal communication or any method, which means आप जाके सामने से नहीं बोल सकते हाय मैं ये फील्ड में काम करता हूँ, will you take my service? किसी ने क्वेश्चन पूछा तो आप जवाब दे सकते हो. सिंपल. क्योंकि ICI believes जो हमारा ओल्ड स्कूल मेथड है कि काम मेरे पास आएगा थ्रू माय क्वालिटी ऑफ सर्विस. करेक्ट. इस वैल्यू पे ये क्लॉज बना है. तो लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड ये पुल मेथड पुश मेथड क्या होता है. पुश, anything which you are advertising, pushing, you are forcing somebody to read about you is a push method. ठीक है. आप कोई चाहता नहीं है पढ़ना पर आप जबरदस्ती उसको पढ़ा रहे हो. That's a push method. Any kind of paid advertisement, जैसे अगर आप टीवी पे लगा रहे हो, इंस्टाग्राम का एड्स है, गूगल एड्स है, where you are forcing somebody to look at me is a push method. If somebody is coming to you via some reference or somebody has read something about you and then is coming to you is a pull method. Push is not allowed, pull is allowed. Now let's take some references. Website banana is allowed. Why? Because it's a pull method. अब मैंने आपसे पूछा आपका वेबसाइट क्या है, फिर मैं जाके टाइप करके देखती हूँ या मैं बोलती हूँ लिंक भेजो, मैं जाती हूँ. That's a pull method because she is not pushing that website. But अगर ये वेबसाइट सारे व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में भेजती है, मेरा वेबसाइट है खोलो, that's a push method. So technically that's not allowed.
But
Writing
if I am
website on
creating-
a WhatsApp, it's allowed.
Sorry?
Writing, yes.
Writing as an intro or
Below the message.
In
that,
WhatsApp
I am
business.
so-and-so person. This is my.
Again, like I said, technically it's not allowed.
LinkedIn mein, I have seen so many posts wherein directly some people say, okay, I give services.
Not allowed. Not allowed.
If I am creating some content and not advertising my firm's name or something, and that I am putting into Postman. But it's not my promotion, it's content's promotion.
सोशल मीडिया का पोस्ट समझो मैंने लिंक्डइन पे एक पोस्ट डाला और उसका लिंक मैं व्हाट्सएप पे भेज रही हूँ लोगों को. That is what you're saying?
But that is a content of
Technically,
knowledge
it is
sharing.
push.
That is a knowledge sharing.
That is content.
Technically, still it is push.
That is
Indirectly.
push, but that is knowledge sharing. That is
Because
not-
the clause says directly or indirectly. It comes with the indirect.
But is it soliciting? But
Yes,
then the
of
question
course.
is.
Not soliciting.
It is knowledge sharing.
Suppose I am sending only to CA, it won't. But other than CA, I think it will.
Let's say if I am sending to 100 people, but I don't get a single client out of 100. How?
Okay.
But in
आप
tantamount to
next
soliciting,
point, आप
is it?
next stage पे जा रहे हो. See, again, what I'm discussing here is the technicality. Technicality में जाए अगर हम law wise जाए तो it's not allowed. If I am sending to CA specific groups, it's allowed. If I'm sending to my relatives who are not CA, so it's not allowed.
I think, ma'am,
But
this
no,
clause
but
says it's going to get a
madam.
हाँ.
If I come across any article in Times of India or any other article for that, any other journal for that matter.
आपका नहीं है ना तो भेजो. This I'm talking about मेरा खुद का पोस्ट. मैंने लिंक्डइन पे पोस्ट डाला और उस लिंक्डइन के पोस्ट को मैं लिंक व्हाट्सएप पे भेज रही हूँ. That's not allowed.
If I am posting it on my
In our
status,
professional
I am not
groups,
sending it to anyone.
Status is allowed because that's a full method. I already know him. I have to take specific action to go on his status and see. That's allowed.
so posting in even professional groups is also not allowed.
If that group only consists of CA, it's allowed because soliciting to a CA is allowed as a ethical code. You can solicit to other CAs. Okay, तो CA specific groups में आप अपने LinkedIn के post डालो, जो डालना है डालो. Soliciting allowed है. आप नॉन CA ग्रुप्स में फैमिली मेंबर्स को नहीं भेज सकते. ओके.
So LinkedIn पे I have a one post and that post running into 2-3 pages and last page having the firm's name.
Not allowed. Not allowed.
My name is allowed.
Your
Firm's
name is allowed. Firm's name is not allowed. आपके website is not allowed. Speaking about your services on a LinkedIn post is also not allowed. You can talk about your services on the LinkedIn profile.
Social media नहीं किया वो अच्छा है.
नहीं आप discourage हो रहे हो. Don't do that. You can maintain a LinkedIn profile. वहां पे आप सब कुछ डालो. Because that's a pull method. Don't get discouraged because आपको starting में लगेगा कि अरे क्या हो रहा है. But
Whoever wants to read it, they only open it. It's a kind of
Pull.
model again. So my firm name is not.
don't write.
No, I'm not writing. I'm just asking.
नहीं.
How they know who am I?
LinkedIn article
आपका LinkedIn
also.
profile है.
I have one question here. In the LinkedIn article also, article ऐसे ही सबको नहीं open हो जाता. You have to open it and then the person is able to read it and go to the last page.
Article, okay, so you're not talking about subscription, you're talking about the article.
I write an article. I have a profile on LinkedIn and I am writing an article. Write an article वाले button को I hit and it is running into 2-3 pages. Last page is having my name, my firm's name and everything. Is that allowed? Because कोई जब click करेगा तभी तो वो article खुलेगा.
Article post
Because see, article, what happens is LinkedIn article SEO पे चलता है. Anybody, even if I'm not following you, I might come across your article on LinkedIn. Even if I'm not following you, say for example, I know him, he knows you. इन्होंने आपका आर्टिकल लाइक किया है, तो मेरे पेज पे आपका आर्टिकल रिफ्लेक्ट हो रहा है. Correct? So I'm opening that. So it's a push
But she's
method.
not
But
pushing,
you
no.
are opening it.
Madam, go see that her article will come to you basis your past searching.
That's okay.
No, because मेरा और उनका common connection है.
It's pull model. It's not a push model.
It's a push model.
It is a push model.
It's a push model
How come it's a push model?
because you are promoting your firm's name to everybody on social media. It can reach to anybody.
It's a knowledgeable content.
Chalega, your firm name should not be there.
By that logic, no firm in India, no CA firm, big firms, they cannot write anything. They cannot write blog because ultimately blog will come in Google. I am going and searching on Google. Let's say, okay, based on my history or the algorithm that I am searching, it will give me an article by a CA firm or any firm for that matter.
Correct.
Okay, then that will also fall under push model.
No.
नहीं वहाँ पे pull होगा क्योंकि वो
वहाँ
search
पे
करेगा
आप
तब
search कर
आएगा.
रहे हो ना वो
So
specific
LinkedIn
चीज.
पे मैं जा रहा हूँ and I am searching for something else based on my past.
Search पे आता है तो अलग है. But see, यहाँ पे point is not about writing the article. आप article लिख सकते हो. Firm का नाम technically allowed नहीं है. आप कोई भी interview दे रहे हो, even if it's published verbal, आप अपने firm का नाम use नहीं कर सकते.
Specifically, it is mentioned in this clause. That's why.
So when you are writing article, but ma'am, I have seen that big firms have their own page on LinkedIn.
That's okay. क्यों फर्म के नाम को घुसेड़ रहे हो बीच में?
No, we are just thinking ना कि गलती से कभी हमारा चला गया है, then it should not raise any
No,
question.
I attended the first session of RWA series. It was clearly mentioned that no CA firm can have a page on LinkedIn. We can have our own personal brand, but we
Who
cannot
said
have a.
that? Sorry, if you can.
I don't remember the name. Okay, but this was the first day. CA firms cannot have their page on LinkedIn.
Network in the
But
networking.
still, in the same session, it was said that even big firms have their and they post everything.
See,
नहीं नहीं है.
नहीं,
I don't think so. It's not allowed.
It's not allowed. ऐसा नहीं है. Very frankly, I have very reputed CA firms as my clients. जिनका firm page है LinkedIn पे, and जितना मैं जानती हूँ, they are very very cautious about the ethical standards. So firm page allow. So again, आप LinkedIn पे profile क्यों बना सकते हो? Because it's a pull method. Okay, just like a website, it's a pull method. तो आप बना सकते हो, आप आर्टिकल्स भी डाल सकते हो, पोस्ट भी डाल सकते हो एज अ सीए फर्म, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है.
लेकिन फिर तो वही हो गया ना, अगर सीए फर्म के नाम पे अगर वो आर्टिकल डाल रहा है और आर्टिकल फिर वो लिंक्डइन पे दूसरे लोगों का आ रहा है कनेक्ट में, तो वो आर्टिकल तो पुश मेथड में ही गया.
और सीए फर्म्स कर रही है यार,
ओके, ज्यादा दिमाग मत लगाओ, सिंपल चीज है. ओके, लेट्स गो ऑन दिस. मैं एकदम सिंपल कर देती हूँ आपको. आप सोशल मीडिया पे एनी पोस्ट विच इज रिलेटेड टू टेक्निकल, आप अपने फर्म का जॉब ओपनिंग डाल सकते हो, फर्म के अपडेट्स डाल सकते हो, न्यू ऑफिस खोला वो डाल सकते हो, मीटिंग्स में जा रहे हो वो डाल सकते हो, कहीं पे ट्रैवल कर रहे हो डाल सकते हो, सॉफ्टवेयर क्या यूज कर रहे हो डाल सकते हो. एनीवेयर इफ यू सी ऑन द टॉप लेफ्ट, you cannot talk about your client, you cannot talk about your services, you cannot write कि this is my service, please take up. मतलब say for example आपने एक direct tax का notification डाला, end में अगर आपने लिख दिया any query on direct tax contact me, that's soliciting, वो line आप नहीं डाल सकते. So anything related to these three things मत डालो, इसके अलावा आप कुछ भी डाल सकते हो.
अगर मैं लिखूं उसमें कि for any clarification, further clarification.
नहीं, you cannot put that also. आपको सिर्फ knowledge share करना है. You cannot Ask people to come. आपका knowledge अच्छा होगा, लोग वैसे भी आएंगे.
But we can write now. What are your thoughts on the above? वगैरह?
You can ask for opinions. So you can say कि what are your thoughts on this notification? People will comment. DM. जो भी.
वो तो वैसे ही करेंगे ना, वो लिखने का क्या है, जिसको भी क्लैरिफिकेशन चाहिए
वो वैसे
कमेंट
भी
करेगा या वो पिंग करेगा ही.
Okay.
But adding that line makes it more engaging, na? When you add, what are your thoughts?
But then you
That
are
is okay.
creating unnecessary trouble, right?
Don't
नहीं, the
contact
moment
me.
you put if you have any contrary views, then तो बहुत सारे आ जाते हैं.
Which is good for the algorithm.
Everybody is contrary.
Exactly. Is very good for any publicity is good publicity में आ जाता है. So if you are very okay with that, please go ahead. But
There's a trolling then.
हाँ, it is each to its own. But remember, ये 3 चीज के अलावा आप किसी भी चीज के बारे में पोस्ट कर सकते हो. आज आपने ये इवेंट अटेंड किया है, आप उसके बारे में पोस्ट कर सकते हो. आपको इस फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई वांट टू गिव अ शाउट आउट टू सीए जुईली, मैं वो कर सकती हूँ. Anything can be posted except for talking about your clients, talking about your services, or asking people to reach out to you for any specific clarification or service. आप कुछ भी पोस्ट कर सकते हो, तो ज्यादा दिमाग मत लगाओ. I understand your hesitance, but आप ये चीज को साइड में रख के you can post about anything.
But these formulas, I think up to 15 July only, then the institute.
Let's see. Chalo, let's see. I hope for the better. We have all written we have all given our suggestions and everything. I hope things are for better और ये और normalize हो जाए. Let's hope. But at least तब तक ये this is the simplest way. Like I said, आप क्या खा रहे हो, क्या सॉफ्टवेयर यूज कर रहे हो, कहाँ जा रहे हो, आप कुछ भी लिख सकते हो.
Virat sir, with this opening up on 15th of July, whatever gets it open, which type of firms will get benefited, big four or the smaller ones?
The one who is very active, because we are attending this session, we learn from here. If you are active on social media, it will help everyone. See, everyone who is posting, who is making a brand online, will be the winner.
No, but
सर अभी अब जब आए ना तो ये आगे का सीट खाली था, किसने लिया? जो अपॉर्चुनिटीज था वो लिया ना. तो व्हेन 15 जुलाई ओपन्स ना, जो एडवर्टाइजमेंट या जो भी स्कीम आएगा जो सर बता रहे हैं, जो अपॉर्चुनिस्ट होगा उसको बेनिफिट होगा.
हमने मिस किया क्या?
आगे तो बेटा.
नहीं, very good. So
more benefit.
see, अभी भी marketing is open.
फोटो में वही आएगी.
अरे वो चेयरमैन का सीट.
और कितना आगे जाना है?
Marketing is open for everybody. You have to take efforts. You have to really be opportunist. तभी आप उसको benefit कर पाओगे. Okay? So I hope this is clear to everybody. Okay? Let's get into few things. We have different platforms. Idea is not to be present everywhere. Idea is to be present at the right place. So you have to choose your platform according to your target audience. आपके target audience कौन है, वो कहाँ पे active है, आपको वो choose करना है. Say for example, you said कि most of your clients come through chartered accountants. Where are they active? Be active on LinkedIn. Be active on WhatsApp. आपका काम खत्म. Don't go here and there. Don't be on Instagram. Don't be on Facebook. Don't be on Twitter. मतलब ही नहीं है.
YouTube can be active.
YouTube आप कैसे use करते हो? It all matters on that. But yes, YouTube is a common platform for everybody. So my personal suggestion always is be active on LinkedIn and YouTube. छोड़ दो Insta, Facebook. मत रखो वो. WhatsApp is today non-negotiable. You have to be active on WhatsApp. वो भी, let me ask you, how many of you use WhatsApp business? And people who don't, please start using WhatsApp business.
But we
Advantage of it.
We are just having.
We have WhatsApp business, we can put website, right?
Come across any difference between the normal WhatsApp and WhatsApp?
I can show my profile.
For our business.
I'm also into
Can have
WhatsApp
multiple
business, but
people.
Have you
But
mentioned
also-
all your services that you do? Proper description, proper photo.
staff भी reply करते
Your
हैं, तो आपके
WhatsApp
mobile में
business
दिखेगा,
is your
क्या
mini
reply हो गया
website.
है.
I have done that.
Give a
So
team
I'll show
member
you my.
also. Just show it to me also.
मैंने अभी यूज करना चालू किया, so I had no idea कि क्या
No, उसमें है.
I have separate number.
ओ भाई आप सीए हो,
Separate number कौन लेगा?
क्यों, क्या पर्सनल लाइफ है ऐसा आपका?
यहाँ पे ऑफिस का नंबर है। यहाँ पे ऑफिस।
अरे same ही तो मैं दे रहा हूँ.
No, it's not red. So I know. ऐसे different office number you can use that.
You have a different office number,
Yes,
ना?
he has office number.
जे कोड खुल रही है?
I have one personal number
हाँ,
जो 20 लोगों के पास है.
ठीक है,
But वो 20 specific है, close friends.
ठीक है,
Like him.
हाँ,
और बाकी सारे भी friends है ना. I have 4,000 number.
क्या, ओके, अब what is the harm, एक second, what is the harm in letting people know about your services?
Ethical standard.
क्यों, क्या है उससे?
So it's a website.
Okay, see,
It's allowed.
building your WhatsApp business profile is not a problem because again it's a pull method. I will have to have your number.
They should allow me. WhatsApp should allow me. I can use same number in WhatsApp normal also and normal.
तो normal मत करो ना, फीचर सेम है.
Okay.
WhatsApp normal और business में extra features
So it comes now business account. I don't like that specifically. If someone send me message.
तो business कर रहे हो ना आप तो.
सीए लोग का यही, सीए लोग को है ना हम्बल रहना है, कुछ ज्यादा बताना नहीं है, और साथ में फिर आपको कंप्लेंट भी करना है कि आप बिजनेस नहीं.
Okay.
This is the reality.
See, if your number is saved with me, मुझे बहुत ज्यादा पता भी नहीं चलता कि इसका business account है कि normal है.
नहीं, it is mentioned business
If
account.
it is, क्या ही
I don't like it. That's it.
You don't.
Okay, so that's your personal opinion. No worries.
And your personal choice.
Personal choice, but
Let's move ahead.
हाँ,
Facility मिल रहा है ना extra.
business, your WhatsApp business profile is your mini website. If you don't have, please, you can easily transfer all your history and data to WhatsApp business. WhatsApp business में transfer हो जाओ, please. It really gives a very, very good branding for you. ठीक है? आप
I just want to add, apart from branding, it's a very ease of use. If you have a separate office number, you can give the same number to your team members. It will work in minimum four or 5 devices without any cost. Without any cost. If you want to more, obviously it will cost, but up to 20 devices also it will work. And same layout or same response you will able to see when your staff is replying, or you replying, your staff is able to also see.
Web WhatsApp you are talking.
No, this business WhatsApp.
business WhatsApp.
Same. So 4 devices is good. I mean, if it's you are traveling, your staff also can reply
Yes.
or something like that. And separate number is there, so you can list out your brochure, profile, your services.
WhatsApp or business WhatsApp?
Business,
WhatsApp.
business.
Web WhatsApp we are talking about.
No, normal business WhatsApp.
आप WhatsApp business search करोगे ना, आपको मिल जाएगा. Looks
Same number.
exactly like WhatsApp.
Same
What
number
you are
works.
WhatsApp business, I am your employee, I will also have the same
So
WhatsApp.
Suppose I have
all
two phones.
messages.
I can link the same number in
Everything.
my separate device also.
Everything will. So don't use personal WhatsApp with that.
हाँ.
Otherwise वो पूरा आपका सारा चीज स्टाफ भी देख पाएगा या जो शेयर करेगा. वो तो पर्सनल नंबर.
इसीलिए आ रहे हो सारे.
No. So what we are talking about is business number.
Business number.
ऑफिस नंबर वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट कि जो आपको क्लाइंट को दिया है या क्लाइंट को देना है, एंड सेपरेट नंबर इज रखना इज ऑलवेज गुड फॉर ऑफिस पर्पस.
सरदार जी का शादी नहीं हुआ है.
And Spotify plays what role?
So Quora is a platform. You know Quora?
Yeah.
Quora is a platform which where people ask questions and you reply.
But so many rubbish answers you repeat.
It is dangerous, madam. Quora.
हाँ, मतलब I
No,
have
so,
been to Quora sometimes and all.
So like I want to make some reel or some video or podcast. So Quora will give the objective or basically a topic which is a trending. And after that, I can pick the topic and I can create the reel or podcast or that
See,
kind
okay. Yes,
people are
there
looking for
are
that.
negatives and positives of all platforms. Instagram पे भी if you're active, आपको बहुत ही घटिया comments आएंगे. Okay, just keep the negatives aside. Quora is a platform where you answer people's queries around a specific topic and you become an expert in that. So again, its idea is expert sharing knowledge and you become an authority in a specific topic. ठीक है? But it is very time consuming. आप बहुत सारे questions solve करोगे तब जाके you know become some name. So people who have time, it's only for that. Podcast we have discussed, YouTube we have discussed. Okay. Google My Business page, like I said earlier, please everybody be on Google My Business page. It's non-negotiable. Website आपको बनाना है नहीं बनाना है, that's upon you. Of course, having a professional website is always it's a professional. It gives a professional branding to your firm, but again, it's your personal choice, and if you can invest in that. But if you're making a website, do keep a blogging system in that. तभी आपका website काम आएगा. Otherwise, it will just be there like redundant हो जाएगा. और आप खाली अपने किसी client को बोल सकते हो आप website visit कर लो. But आपके search results में वो सब में कुछ help नहीं करेगा. So keep a blogging aspect in your website. Okay. Everybody is choosing one platform for themselves. Which is the platform?
Website.
1 से 2, 3 पे मत रखो. WhatsApp को count मत करो. That's non-negotiable.
LinkedIn, YouTube.
बस.
LinkedIn and WhatsApp.
LinkedIn, WhatsApp. Okay, works.
LinkedIn, YouTube.
LinkedIn, YouTube.
LinkedIn, YouTube.
LinkedIn, YouTube. Everybody's chosen.
Yes.
Anybody doubts? No.
Anyone for Twitter? No. There are so many influencers. See influencer also very active with 1 lakh or even more than follower on Twitter also.
Yes.
So it's again up to you what to choose. But
Twitter is X, na?
yes.
बहुत सारे CAs है. But you have to be very active
Elon
on
Musk
Twitter.
का है.
But there is a software,
Twitter में you have every time there, na, because
multiple social media. Just once you have to put the content, and if you want
government or
to
the departments
that
are very
doesn't
active
work.
ministries
That doesn't
on
work.
Twitter.
It won't give you
So
results.
if you
आप
are
कर सकते हो
that
करने
kind
को,
of, you can
but वो result नहीं आएगा.
okay.
But you need to be
Cost
present
लगेगा.
constantly.
हाँ.
But see मेरे audience अगर Instagram पे नहीं है, मैं वहाँ डाल के क्या करूँ?
whatever
Right.
you
Real
want
time में नहीं
to
रहना.
मतलब वो जबरदस्ती के पैसे लग रहे हैं मेरे.
It's not required every time.
Instagram पे
उन्होंने कुछ दिया है तो you can use
LinkedIn पे
it.
वीडियो नहीं चलता. अब मैं क्या
या
करूँ?
आपका जो भी thought है वो आप
That's the thing.
read कर सकते हो. Once
Formats are different.
not a real time.
पर इतने सारे प्लेटफॉर्म्स अगर रहेंगे तो काम ही नहीं
I'm coming to
नहीं नहीं देखो सारे इन्फ्लुएंसर
Okay.
है ना सारे प्लेटफॉर्म पे नहीं.
the past I've done.
अगर आप देखोगे तो उनका भी
Please create a very visually powerful profiles anywhere. चाहे आप वो WhatsApp business हो, Instagram हो, LinkedIn हो, create a very visually appealing. Okay? तो जैसे
That you guide me how to do it.
हाँ मैं वही बोल रही थी. अभी few aspects of LinkedIn profile और ये WhatsApp पे भी कर सकते हो. ठीक है? Same thing. You can have a good visual appeal on your WhatsApp business profile also. आपका फोटो है वो तो आपको डालना ही है प्रोफेशनल. Now the area behind the photo, which is called a cover photo, create something which speaks about your service.
This is only applicable if we have a paid.
No,
Because
it's for
I tried changing my cover page behind one.
it's free.
You
It's
can do
free.
10 times in a day.
हाँ it's
And couldn't-
आप सेशन के बाद I'll help you. Okay?
Yeah.
पर pencil mark दिख रहा है? Okay. Now again, it's very easy to create this through Canva. आप LinkedIn बैनर टाइप करोगे Canva पे आ जाएगा. आपको टेम्पलेट्स भी मिल जाएगा. आपको खुद का कुछ क्रिएट करना है वो भी कर सकते हो. Okay? It's very simple to create. The idea is to create a visual attraction. आप अपने सर्विसेज को कैसे वहां पे डाल सकते हो, सिर्फ लिख भी सकते हो. One thing on your website or on your LinkedIn, you cannot use words like expert, top, best. Say for example, I practice in valuations. I cannot say I'm the best valuer or I'm expert in valuation. You can't use these words. Even for your firm, आप नहीं लिख सकते. Yes, this is specifically mentioned in the guidelines. Plus, this is a specific communication जो I have done with the ethical board.
Expert and what top?
Top, best, exaggeration.
I have seen some visiting cards.
Boost नहीं करना है.
That Rera expert.
नहीं लिख सकते.
I've seen like.
आप visiting cards पे you cannot. So ये question online भी आया था. Can I write my specific area of practice on the visiting card? No, you cannot. Okay.
But let's say if I'm doing income tax, I cannot mention income tax.
No, you cannot do that.
People write.
Yeah, I have myself.
And some-
That's why
some
I'm
of
asking.
Almost every.
Registered valuer, DISA is allowed. और कौन सा है? CISA is allowed.
Some people are putting peer reviewed firm in.
I think that's allowed. I'm still not sure of peer reviewed. DISA, registered valuer,
IP is also allowed.
IP, any certification by the institute is allowed. आप वहां पे लिख सकते हो only for the certification course of the institute. Extra कुछ भी allowed नहीं है. आप as an expert आप tax में practice कर रहे हो, कहीं भी practice कर रहे हो, cannot mention that on the visiting card.
I'm part of this form.
फॉर्म का नाम तो लिख सकते हो. हाँ हाँ, फॉर्म का नाम is allowed. नाम, detail, address.
That's not promotion, right? I mean, anyway, if I'm just mentioning income tax, GST, ROC.
I am all talking about technicality.
LinkedIn पे लिख.
हाँ, LinkedIn पे लिख सकते हो. LinkedIn पे आप सब कुछ लिख सकते हो. LinkedIn profile again is a website. Expert नहीं लिख सकते. You practice in this, you can write that. Expert, anywhere exaggeration is not allowed. So I'm the best, I'm the top expert, नहीं लिख सकते. Even from the firm's perspective, you आप top 10 firm हो नहीं लिख सकते.
लेकिन आप तो टॉप वाइज लिख
नहीं लिख सकते.
टॉप वाइज तो लिखे हो आप.
मैं प्रैक्टिसिंग नहीं हूँ.
You are not practicing now.
Had it been in with COP, then it is not allowed.
नहीं, you have taught these many people. Technical आप समझो, आप income tax teacher हो, पढ़ा रहे हो, आप लिखो मैंने 10,000 CS को पढ़ाया है, क्या फर्क पड़ता है?
Can you mention link to services?
Yes, that's allowed because that's a link to services. आपके website पे लेके जाएगा. That's completely allowed.
What?
आप यहाँ पे नीचे देख रहे हो, मुंबई के नीचे link to services है. Anybody who clicks there takes it to my website. That's allowed.
और उसका नाम भी चेंज होता है ना.
नाम भी चेंज हो जाता है, आप उसको कुछ भी लिख सकते हो. Link to services, my website, visit my website. जो आपको लिखना है आप लिख सकते हो.
1-to-1 call, appointment.
अपॉइंटमेंट, टॉप मेट, अगर आप कुछ ऐसे कुछ यूज कर रहे हो, एनी प्लेटफॉर्म टू अरेंज अ मीटिंग, दैट्स आल्सो अलाउड. ठीक है,
कैलेंडर वगैरह भी.
कैलेंडली भी आप डाल सकते हो. एनी लिंक कैन बी पुट देयर. ओके, व्हाट्सएप, डायरेक्ट किसी को व्हाट्सएप करवाना है आप वो भी कर सकते हो. ओके, एनीथिंग इज अलाउड देयर. So make your profile very strong, use the right keyword. So one thing that I will suggest, जो आपने introduction बनाया ना, उसको उठा के अपने LinkedIn के headline में डाल दो. Why? जो keywords so why LinkedIn headline is important is because it helps you search. Anybody who might be searching for this particular service that you're providing on Google, आपका LinkedIn प्रोफाइल का सर्च रिजल्ट्स में आना बेटर हो जाता है. So targeting your, मतलब writing about your target audience, writing about your specific service and writing about how you are helping them helps you with the Google search. So आप अपने LinkedIn के headline में whatever introduction that we have done prepared, आप उसको उसमें डाल दो. ठीक है, everybody with me? डालो.
Profile, can you write in profile your firm name as well?
Yes, you can. So profile अगर आप आगे जाओगे, I've not covered here because वो बहुत detail हो जाता है. नीचे आपका experience आता है. There are two sections. एक about section जहाँ पे detail में आप अपने बारे में पूरा लिख सकते हो. आपका past experience क्या है, आपका firm का नाम क्या है, आपने क्या क्या expertise है, without using the word. आप services क्या क्या देते हो, सब आप लिख सकते हो. Then there's another one more section, experience, जहाँ पे आप अपना firm का नाम, अगर आपका firm का पेज भी है LinkedIn पे, आप उसको लिंक कर सकते हो. All this is allowed. Okay?
Online people is also appreciated.
Madam, is it advisable to have firm's LinkedIn page?
Sorry?
For branding.
Yes, yes, you can keep a LinkedIn firm page. कोई problem नहीं है. वेबसाइट का भी है one question. Okay, ये मैं लास्ट में लूंगी. IDTF and this. ठीक है.
But we are helping chartered accountants for the BHAGYODAY.
हाँ.
Please talk about that as well, no?
ये सारा जो भी whatever I am speaking is out of my experience.
You are helping this professional way.
Professional way, yes. ये सारा professional है.
So at the end you speak about that.
Okay, done. Okay.
हमको नहीं करना, आप बताओ, लास्ट में आप ही को करना है.
Okay, so see, I understand a lot of people don't have time for making the post. One of the very powerful ways of being active on social media is engaging with people through comments. समझो मैम बहुत रेगुलर है पोस्टिंग में. What I'll do is I will keep commenting on her post. I'll have good discussions. So ऐसे I follow few people and I keep discussing on the comments. That is also one of the ways to start being active on social media. अपने आप को 10 मिनट का टाइम हर रोज दो. Follow good people जो आपके एरिया ऑफ वर्क से रिलेटेड है या आपके टारगेट ऑडियंस है, मतलब आपके क्लाइंट्स हो सकते हैं. उनके पोस्ट पे कीप कमेंटिंग. गुड, मतलब अच्छे डिस्कशंस. नो ट्रोलिंग प्लीज. ओके, गुड कमेंटिंग. व्हेन आई एम सेइंग इट इज द एक्शन एंड नॉट द वर्ब. तो आप उसको अच्छे कमेंट्स दो, उसके डिस्कशंस करो. That is also a way of being active on social media, even if you're not posting.
Come in the good book of this.
Visibility. Like I said, visible बनो. अब मुझे समझो, for example, विराग सर मुझे पता है, he always likes my post, he is always active. तो ये हमेशा मेरे दिमाग में रहेंगे कि हाँ विराग सर हमेशा मेरे पोस्ट पे कमेंट करते, लाइक करते. Visibility. So next time when he messages me, I will remember, अरे this person always comments. Message करो. How many of you use LinkedIn messages? Nobody messages people. Posting से ज्यादा important messaging है and commenting है. Start messaging people. यहाँ पे आपको इतना ध्यान रखना है, you don't talk about your services. You can talk about, say for example, आपने कुछ blog लिखा, okay? तो आप उस blog के बारे में बात कर सकते हो. It is a push method. You have to talk it. You have to word it a bit smartly, ठीक है? But आप अपने blogs के बारे में बात कर सकते हो.
What do you think about this?
Yes. Say for example, one method जो मैं use करती हूँ अपने clients के लिए. Say for example, मैंने IFRS के बारे में blog लिखा. I'll put up a poll related to IFRS, some challenge or some question. जिन लोगों ने भी poll पे reply किया yes, no, whatever, उनको मैं message करती हूँ, okay? कि this was your challenge. I have written a blog containing this. You know, go through that to solve your problem.
This is very good.
So you have further connected. You have one step more connection.
Correct. जहां पे भी आप वैल्यू ऐड करोगे ना, वहां पे लोग आपको कनेक्ट करेंगे.
One step ahead.
ठीक है?
Even though they are not seeing.
तो they are not seeing.
क्या हुआ? Not seeing तो ज्यादा बेटर है.
हाँ, client मिलेंगे.
आप मैसेज कर सकते हो. ये वाला आपको प्रॉब्लम था, मैंने ब्लॉग लिखा है, आप पढ़ लो. क्योंकि उसने पहले मेरे से कनेक्ट किया ना on my poll. I am replying to the poll.
Replying is okay.
What kind of polls do you put in?
Say for example, she works in RERA का जो feasibility है, उसने एक challenge के ऊपर poll डाला कि do you see feasibility or viability as a challenge for RERA projects? Okay, how many RERA projects are rejected, or once it started you come into this muddle of cash flow. So people reply कि 10%, 20% या yes, I have been stuck. People reply yes, no, they poll use करते हैं. So जिन्होंने yes दिया, मैंने उसको अपना blog भेज दिया. Any poll should be related to the blog that you have put up or any material that you have. Say for example, she's written an ebook on that कि feasibility report का start कैसा होना चाहिए, cash flow कैसे manage करना चाहिए, उसने उस पे ebook लिख दिया. जिसको भी एक चैलेंज है मैं उसको वो भेज दूं. तो एनी उसके लिए आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा, पहले मटेरियल बनाना पड़ेगा, ई बुक, कुछ बहुत सिंपल है, ट्रस्ट मी.
You'll have to show that now.
It's very simple. We'll keep a separate session. E-book कैसे बनाना है, okay?
टोटल 4 दिन का सेशन
हाँ कोर्स में कवर कर लेंगे.
It should be a course, yes.
Course, make it a course, yes.
Okay, so you can take a screenshot of this. मैं बहुत डिटेल में नहीं जा सकती, but these are some of the specific do's and don'ts जो आप as a firm क्या कर सकते हो, क्या नहीं कर सकते. As a firm, you can talk about your job openings, you can talk about any major changes. Say for example, आपने partner on board किया है, आप उसके बारे में बात कर सकते हो. Firm has turned 25, 50, 75, 100 years, तब आप उसके बारे में post कर सकते हो. आप articles लिख सकते हो without the firm's name. आप greeting cards अपने current clients को भेज सकते हो without the partner's name. So all these are activities. I'm not going into it. कोई specific जो जैसे just dial है. So we discussed that. आप कोई भी एडवर्टीज, से फॉर एग्जाम्पल आप रोड ट्रैक क्लब के मेंबर हो और आपका कुछ एडवर्टीजमेंट आ रहा है, आप उसके क्या चांसलर हो या जो भी रोटरी हो, अगर आपका कहीं भी नाम आता है, सिर्फ आपका नाम आ सकता है, सीए सुभाष खेड़िया, फर्म का नाम कहीं नहीं आ सकता. कोई भी आप कहीं भी नॉन सोशल एक्टिविटी में भी आपके फर्म का नाम नहीं आ सकता. आपका नाम विद अ प्रीफिक्स ऑफ सीए कैन बी यूज्ड.
But can someone else use our firm's name, as in if he's in Rotary or someone is introducing him? So
that's okay. That's okay. That's
on social media. I cannot use top expert.
No.
But can my client or someone else use it for me?
Yes.
तो बोल के करवा दो.
अरे जैसे भी करा रहे वो छोड़ो ना.
Visiting cards के भी do's and don'ts है क्या?
Yes, like we discussed. आप खाली अपना नाम, फर्म का नाम, एड्रेस, your phone number, email ID can be given. Expert या तो फिर your areas of expertise or area of practice cannot be mentioned. If you are a
registered,
LinkedIn can be mentioned. Any social media websites can be mentioned.
Visiting card can be mentioned website as well.
Yes, you can. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, now I've done this DIIT course.
DIIT है, so
Diploma in International Taxation.
I think diplomas cannot be mentioned. Certificates can be mentioned. DISA, CISA, registered valuer, आप ये लिख सकते हो.
Ma'am, now visiting cards are coming with a QR code.
चलेगा. No problem. Okay. Cold callings are of course not allowed. Needless to say. ठीक है. I get a list of people in my area and I start calling. Hi, my name is CA. Take my services. That's not allowed.
But you know, we
तो मैं नहीं कर रही ना, मैं दूसरे को बैठा रही हूँ.
But then several people are sending emails that we are doing this.
Not allowed. Not allowed.
But only to some. Yes,
Only to a CA is allowed. If I'm sending to 100 CAs, that's allowed. So soliciting of any kind to a CA is openly allowed.
Do you have idea where can I get details of all the email ID of all the CAs? So that if I want to.
I think there is a registry. I'm not very sure.
Because all the committee members, they have it.
Member list.
During the election,
Member
they
list.
send us the
वो तो अलग ही है.
Member list.
Member list होता है.
Excel file.
So we also have this thing in our ICS website. So whoever
Know your member, I guess.
no, whoever wants to connect, like if you want to maybe if you want to
That
offer your
networking
service,
and all
networking, so
CA
you can,
connect है ना?
CA, that we can use.
People are hardly attending, I guess.
No, there
CA
are
फॉर्म का लोगो नहीं हो सकता in the sense
बहुत बड़ा list है.
जैसे एप्पल का लोगो है,
I
कट
can
वाला
also do that.
एप्पल,
I've recently
That's
started
not
my
allowed.
practice and I would like
आप
to
अपने फर्म
connect
का
with you in
नेम का
professional capacity.
फॉन्ट रख सकते हो,
ऐसा लिख
मतलब
सकते हैं. हाँ, we have
your
to give it to
firm's
ICA,
name
then ICA will publish.
Like that.
can be in a particular font and color. That's okay. खाली फर्म का नाम, उसके आगे जो symbolic logo होता है, that's not allowed.
But I think our CA logo is very powerful. We just have to use that. Nothing else.
I think that's the best. मतलब आप अपने फॉर्म के नाम के साथ वो यूज करो. That's very powerful. Yes.
When you are going for any meeting, just wear this.
हाँ.
Where do you get this? Here.
हाँ.
Here they are selling also. And if you
Today
request,
also I can get it.
I think today is Sunday, so they may close the counter. But Monday to Friday, I think, or Monday to Saturday, I think first floor is their publication counter. In that you will get. Or you can order online also from our CDS platform, where you can order all the publication also, ICI publication. From there you will get that. You can order a tie also, some all other.
A lot of accessories are
Yeah,
there.
so branding kit I can say.
जैसे for example, this is something that I follow sometimes. अपने firm का नाम का भी आप ले सकते हो, brooch.
हाँ, but firm का नाम तो visible हो गया, that is
तो क्या हो गया?
Maybe, yeah.
See, very frankly, there is no specific rule against this. अब किसी को उठाना है तो वो अलग चीज है. But technically कुछ ऐसा rule है नहीं.
T-shirt,
Branding?
Just see it.
Will you?
I will, yes, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, so
CA
cricket
logo
में
तो
तो
हम
करते ही
use
है
कर
ना.
सकते हैं ना.
क्रिकेट में तो हम करते ही है with WRC logo, CA logo.
Or to be on a safer side, आप ये CA events में कर सकते हो.
Can I mention my website if I want to do that? Just website and the logo. On the T-shirt.
So as of now, I don't think so there is any particular no site.
See, you can do this specifically for CA events. कोई problem नहीं है. Non-CA events का there is no specific rule as of now. ठीक है, like I said, काफी चीजें grey and black, मतलब वो grey area में चल रहा है. There is no black and white.
देखो, as of now, what I can see is there are so many things already allowed, but our mindset is like that. Then we are thinking it's not allowed. Like your form profile. If we have a work, we have to be empaneled somewhere. So we don't know empanelment rule also. Who are into like what we are talking about, that big firm के लिए कोई rule नहीं है that kind of. But they have given their profile for empanelment. We are thinking if we are giving our profile, we are asking for the work, and that is not allowed. No, we are just asking for the empanelment, and that is again allowed.
On
So
that
kind
note,
of work you have to do.
On that note, how many of you have a good, well-made profile जो आप अपने clients को किसी ने पूछा तो भेज सकते हो? Well-made. ऐसा वो मैंने PPT बना लिया वाला नहीं चाहिए.
नहीं.
और वो कब last update किया था? Every month, every 2 months, every quarter, at least you should update.
Can we get that sample of that day?
कोई दिखा सकता है?
I can send you in the group if you want. Well, I'm not a part of the group.
मैं भी नहीं, मतलब वो तो यहाँ वाले मैनेज करते हैं.
हाँ ठीक है, मैं वो बोल दूँगी.
वो ऐड कर देंगे
I can
आपको.
send you.
पर ग्रुप कहाँ? WhatsApp ग्रुप बना हुआ है क्या?
So basically, it is a group for not for this session. It's for entire series. So they may not be part of, but you can give to the in the profile or in the PPT you can add.
PPT I can add.
तो वो लोग वो website पे डाल देंगे.
ठीक है, done. Okay.
So all the presentation, whatever event happening here, it's available on WRC website. All the presentation and some of the recording on as mentioned by sir, also available on YouTube. WRC YouTube channel, not ICI, WRC separate and WRC website, where you will get the presentation also of all the past event. So this also will get there.
So technically आपके profiles दो format में होना चाहिए. It should be a one pager and a detailed, because not lot of people have that time to go through your detailed presentation. तो एक one pager अच्छा सा बनाओ. Again you can use Canva. और उसमें you get firm profile अगर आप टाइप करोगे, you'll get a lot of templates. फिर आपको सिर्फ अपना डिटेल डालना है, या तो create a good detailed profile where you are discussing about your services in detail.
You cannot use word expert and all that.
Sorry, again keep in mind about the expert, top, exaggeration words आप नहीं use कर सकते.
Word sensitive होना पड़ेगा.
And we also don't have our photograph in that.
You can, no problem. आपका फोटोग्राफ, आपके पार्टनर्स का फोटोग्राफ, टीम का फोटोग्राफ, ऑफिस फोटोग्राफ्स डाल सकते हो, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. Okay? Now coming to the third part, which is sales, which means lead generation. How do you generate leads? Any questions on marketing? Because we are done. मतलब कुछ भी है तो you can ask me separately. Right now, let's quickly move on to the lead generation. अब आपने मार्केटिंग कर लिया, मतलब मार्केटिंग कर रहे हो, बट उसको लीड्स में कैसे कन्वर्ट करना है और लीड्स लाने कहां से है. Lead generation will happen both online and offline. Online is through your social media, yes, your website and WhatsApp. These are the online methods जो generally आपका चलता है for generating leads. Leads मतलब potential clients. Offline, what I have noticed is people, CAs attend only ICAI events. How many of you make sure to attend non-ICI business events? And I'm not, okay? No? What is the challenge?
Not aware what
Not
non-
aware.
What BCS you are saying or not the consultant?
No, that is also CA.
That also CA. Non-CA, industry specific. Say for example, ma'am is into RERA. आप RERA के events जाओ. रियल एस्टेट कॉन्क्लेव्स है, रियल एस्टेट के जो वो लगते हैं, एग्जीबिशंस लगते हैं, इवेंट्स होते हैं.
real estate conclave.
Industry specific non ICI events is your biggest market, or we are so tied up with completing our CPARs कि आप वहां नहीं जा पाते हो. I understand that, but even if you start with 3 hours in a month out of your 720 hours, I'm sure आप कर सकते हो. This is not a very big deal if you see it statistically.
ICF should give CPRs for those also then.
उसका मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता.
Unstructured में जाएगा वो.
I don't know. Sorry, I don't know.
You have
I'm
to
not the
disclose
right
it
person.
yourself, na? Unstructured hours. You declare yourself. And you don't have to give money
You have
details.
to, you can put that. But why you only for CPRs? It's for
This
business.
is more important than CPR.
Yeah.
वही तो हम अटक जाते हैं.
How to get, madam? How to get information about that? Means which-
Search online. Search your industry events location. से अगर आप बॉम्बे ही ढूंढ रहे हो, events on real estate in Mumbai. आपको events के list, there are very different platforms. All so book my show पे काफी आते हैं. All events करके है. Events insider है. Luma है. Lot of websites that regularly have these events.
I think one should go all this ministry ka event for the subsidy work.
So be a part of industry specific chambers. Chamber of Commerce तो yes is there. Industry specific जो
Like renewable energy, transport, IT and
आजकल तो बहुत events होते हैं.
Just search on AI also, ChatGPT or Perplexity, you can ask, they will also give
They
so
will
many
also answer.
The paid event, the paid event.
Paid free
Paid
everything.
free
Also there.
because I went one
Many free ones.
Even institutes sometimes I
But
have.
does it really work?
which
Important
we
is that.
can also do the.
So
How
it's
does
upon
it work?
upon your capability, how you can convince the other people. But if
What
you
about
meet people,
social events?
it will give your branding at least.
Very good question.
Business in the industry.
One of
Because there
the
also there people are coming.
with see आपको 3 तरह के events attend करने हैं. ICI आपको झक मार के करना पड़ेगा. वही mindset है.
वो तो CPE का नहीं होगा.
Second है non ICI events, business events, and third है social events. Social events मतलब आपके friends, families, relatives तो करते हो. Become a part of Rotary.
Yes.
Again, that has it.
There are Rotary, Lions, there are.
बहुत है. Any NGO, समाज है, जैन है, जीतो है. So many social clubs. Join one.
करते CA करते
जीतो.
ये आपको पता है तो आप
I am not aware of जीतो का format. What I am aware of is Jito organizes events. I don't know. So Jito has a different platform for business, which follows the BNI format. Don't join that. Go and attend the Jito events.
Social events are organized.
Social events are allowed. ठीक है. Again, 2 घंटा बहने का आप उसमें इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हो. फिर सर संडे फर्स्ट हाफ सब सोते हैं. उसके अलावा उसके बजाय आप ये सब इवेंट्स अटेंड करो. I have recently joined one of the this thing to मैनेज बाय सैटरडे मॉर्निंग्स, नहीं तो हम रिलैक्स करते हैं. Okay.
But there are other things also.
I am so into Rotary for last 25 years. And last week only, I have been awarded lifetime achievement.
Wow. Okay. One thing that one thing जो मैंने भी स्टार्टिंग में बहुत देखा था is हमें लीड्स बहुत आते हैं but we forget. So always have some record, some process. Say for example, I've recently started using Zoho ka Begin, BIGIN. It's a CRM platform, free है. Zoho BIGIN, Begin. Any CRM platform आपके पास अगर already है, या तो फिर आपके I don't know about Tally क्या है, but Zoho is something I'm using, which is why I can talk about it. You can also maintain this on a Excel. That's also fine. But the idea is to keep a record of any leads that you're getting. Any leads.
Are you managing yourself or do you have an employee who's managing it for you?
Both. This is a two-way thing because my work is such that I keep interacting with CAs a lot. So I maintain that lead sheet also. But my team is doing for my social media platform. So जो भी lead social media से आता है, my employee does that. Whoever is I am connecting, of course I maintain that lead. But it's at a one place.
This has been one of the biggest challenge for me.
Anybody, this is.
I meet people. I have their cards. सब कार्ड ऑफिस में ऐसे ही पड़ा है. Google पे कॉल करता है. I forget because I am doing my work. I have maintained a sheet, but उस sheet भी मैं उसको update नहीं करता हूँ. That's why I asked this question. If you have someone who is maintaining it for you.
तो मेरे पास तो एक क्लियर कट है. I only give email ID number.
But still you will not keep a track ना, किससे बात की, किसके साथ follow up करना है, किसको
अभी
क्या.
तो Gemini is able to do that. वो सारी summary बना के रखता है.
नहीं. So for example, आज मुझे say for my this thing is I talk to 3 people every day. Okay. I will make sure I call 3 people every day. Not necessarily. That again is क्या follow up है, मेरे पुराने clients हैं, या तो फिर किसी तो friend का मुझे पता था उसने कभी तो कुछ पूछा था. Okay. I follow up with 3 people. I called 3 people.
Whether it is the earlier follow up or the new one.
Newer.
Very good practice.
But I do for my 4 o'clock to 5:30 is fixed for that. I follow up. I call people. Okay, it can be anybody. अब ये list कैसे कहाँ है? How will I know whom did I follow up? अगर वो नहीं interested है, उसको नाम को काटो, खत्म करो. Okay, but what happens is if you don't have a list of people whom you're calling, you won't remember. ठीक है? And you will not be organized. And slowly what I've also done is I have a leads for non-CAs also that my team member does. They call up those non-CAs. CAs I call up because being a CA, people relate to me and they trust me more. So instead of my team, I do that follow-up. Non-CAs, my team does the follow-up. But this list is very important. Otherwise, you will lose a track कि आपने किसको कब follow-up किया था. कितने बार हम proposals भेज देते हैं, फिर भूल जाते हैं.
I have lost business because of this.
I have. Personally, I have also done. Lost because भूल जाते हैं. कितने बार हुआ है? I have literally followed up with people for 6 months. तब जाके काम मिला है. क्या रे सर वो प्रपोजल भेजा था, सर वो प्रपोजल भेजा था.
तो ऐसे ही मिलता है. इतना ज्यादा फॉलो अप करना पड़ता है. 6 months is too early था. 2-3 साल लगते हैं.
2-3 साल 5 साल भी लगते हैं. बट एक बार वो क्लाइंट मिल गया, अगर वो क्लाइंट मेरा सो माय वर्क इज रिटेनर. 6 महीने बाद भी अगर मुझे मिल रहा है, मुझे पता है ये इस क्लाइंट मेरे साथ 2-3 साल है, क्या खोता. आई एम गेटिंग वर्क. Right? It is all about having the process and making some sheet. It can be Excel, you can use CRM, whatever. What I also do is I cold leads, I write names of my distant relatives, referrals of client. LinkedIn पे समझो किसी ने मेरे comments पे बहुत, मेरे post पे बहुत comments कर रहे हैं, very active. I write that person's name. So that person might be interested. ठीक है. So potential. So those are cold leads. हॉट लीड्स are जिनसे आपने बात किया होगा कभी तो कुछ तो they have shown interest. Okay, so I have this leads sheet in place and I do follow up, and this strategy, if you can follow up 3 people each day, you have to dedicate 5 minute बात करो.
Referrals of clients means what?
सब clients ने कभी कुछ बोला होगा कि मेरे भी इंडस्ट्री में एक जन है.
Can we do that?
You ask your client to refer and फिर आप बात कर लो. Client को बोलो.
Directly we cannot call them.
नहीं. Technically no, but again who's keeping a track?
Call recording नहीं करेगा.
So please follow this rule of 3 people. Dedicate 15 minutes a day in calling 3 people. ये rule बना लो. 1 महीने के अंदर आप change देखोगे. Okay. Now what we'll do is I'll give you 10 minutes. फिर we'll close the session. उसके बाद आपके पास जो भी doubts है आप मुझे आराम से कभी भी LinkedIn पे, phone पे, message पे आप पूछ सकते हो. Okay.
Please.
चलेगा. Okay, we'll quickly make a plan. इसमें से काफी कुछ चीजें आप already कर चुके हो. आपको सिर्फ एक जगह पे एक साथ रखना है. 30 days, just do this and see the results. Okay. Branding, you have decided your niche, you have decided your authority building tool. आपको एक गोल सेट करना है अपने लिए. 30 days में what is the result that you're looking at? Do you want 2 leads, 3 leads? Yeah, you want to be you will post 8 posts on social media. Whatever your goal is, write that goal down. What events will you non-ICI events आप कौन से attend करोगे? Search करके आपके action plan में वो आ जाना चाहिए कि in the month of July, August, these are the non-ICI events related to my industry which I will attend and the date. Which social media platform will you be active on and how many posts will you do in a month? What kind of content will you be putting up? Like sir said, even we do that. We create a monthly plan. ठीक है, पूरे month का जो भी मैं content डालने वाली हूँ वो पहले से pre-decided होता है. All the content is written. It takes 3 hours. Okay. वो सारा decide हो जाता है and the relative date I post it. Like sir.
Content, whether text content is better or video content or PPT is better.
Depends आप कौन से platform पे हो. LinkedIn पे text with your photo or any photo works the best. You can put up short videos also. And PPT in the form of जो हम carousel बोलते हैं, that also works, but has to be very interactive. अगर आप normal बहुत ही भरा हुआ PPT डाल दोगे, people don't read. It has to be very interactive. So the easiest way is to put up a text with some photo. That's the easiest way, simplest. Then you can move forward. This is something that I wanted to discuss is don't do everything on your own. Branding cannot be done only by yourself. Either keep अपने टीम में से किसी को बोलो हर रोज 1 घंटा डेडिकेट करो on the activity. सोशल मीडिया पोस्ट आपको खुद नहीं लिखना है, आप अपने टीम मेंबर को भी बोल सकते हो हर रोज आधा घंटा डेडिकेट करके लिखो. लीड शीट अगेन जब सोशल मीडिया पे हो उसमें से नाम निकालना, आपके क्लाइंट्स में से नाम निकालना, उनको अपसेल कैसे करना है. All this your team can do. You just need to drive a process, allocate and delegate some team member a particular number of hours in a week to do this. You can also outsource these services. Okay, so coming to your point, I manage social media for CAs and CA firms where उनका content से लेके lead generation, everything we do for them, all within the ethics, all organically. Okay, जो भी ethics का codes है सब we take care of. We create all the branding aspects, logo, website, blogging, ebooks. We do all of that, all the branding activity for the clients. Okay. So you can outsource if you are not able to do it on your own.
बड़ा आपका contact number दे दो.
Okay, sir.
LinkedIn है. No बकवास.
LinkedIn में है.
फोटो खींच लीजिए.
The point is to start. वो आप खुद कर रहे हो, टीम से करवा रहे हो, आउटसोर्स कर रहे हो, no excuses allowed. You need to have this in place.
Important is doing.
Doing. आप कैसे भी कर रहे हो, करवाओ, करो, जो करना है करो, but करो. This is something.
Discount है मैडम के साथ.
Done.
कौन तो सही कि कौन
इसलिए क्लाइंट भी हमसे डिस्काउंट मांगता है.
नहीं, वो तो अपन देते हैं इसीलिए मांगते हैं.
हाँ, नहीं दो नहीं मांगेगा. Be very clear. You know what I've realized? People value service providers who don't give discount. आप कभी डॉक्टर्स से कभी डिस्काउंट मांगा है? देता ही नहीं है वो. तुम क्या ही कर लो, रिलेटिव्स को ही नहीं देता.
नहीं, अगर वो फ्री में अगर वो कंसल्टिंग फीस नहीं लेगा ना, दवाई इतनी लिख देगा कि उसको वहां से कमीशन आ जाएगा.
जो भी है वो डिस्काउंट नहीं देते. दे वैल्यू देयर.
फीस के डॉक्टर की दवा कोई लेगा नहीं, मतलब ये भी आप सामने याद रखें. अगर वो फीस नहीं चार्ज करेगा, नो वैल्यू ऑफ दैट डॉक्टर.
No, as a
क्योंकि you don't trust ना.
What about what that CA?
Same thing applies. You do free service, your service also will get deteriorated, and the client also will not have trust in you.
आदत डाल दिया.
क्यों?
Suddenly change नहीं.
नहीं, it's changing. Slowly, gradually it's changing.
कर दो कि मैंने कर लिया है. So 8 years back जब मेरा नया था, I used to do a lot of free webinars. Of course उस टाइम पे इतना नाम नहीं था, तो free webinars. I used to get like 10-15 people in the webinar. जैसे ही मैंने डिसाइड किया बस हो गया, I'll start charging. I got more people. बोलो. नहीं, this was just an example.
डिस्काउंट नहीं देगा तो क्लाइंट चला जाएगा, ऐसे एक फील होता है.
मत करो ना, मतलब वो क्लाइंट वर्थ ही नहीं है रखने का.
You should do the reverse way. Suppose आपको 10,000 फीस चार्ज करना बोलो, 1 लाख फीस है, 90% डिस्काउंट. 1 लाख.
अंदर बैठे
हर चीज का वैल्यू
डिस्काउंट नहीं दे सकते.
सब लोग ये
This is the problem with the profession out of CA. They are
People tell me in the email also, जैसे उन्होंने बोला ना कि फीस का कैसे आप negotiate करते हो. I write very clearly कि this is my fees on the basis of my expertise. So कहीं और से होता है, please go and करवा दो. Because my time is worth my money. I know how much is my time.
Take a stand ना तो client भी seriously लेते हैं.
And वो 2-4 जगह घूम के, हाँ, वो 10,000 दे रहा होगा बाहर, मुझे 30,000 देगा, बट बोले आप ही से करवाना है. He will come back.
To tackle this, one thing that I've noticed is ये challenge आता है जब it's a service, because it's an intangible thing that you're doing. Yes. Try to bring a tangibility to your service. आप क्या उसमें provide कर रहे हो, clearly mention करो कि this is the result that you will get, this is the time that it takes. आपके तरफ से मुझे ये चाहिए, मेरा ये scope of work है. When you get things on a paper and clearly put कि आपका क्या role है, मेरा इतना efforts लग रहा है, मेरे इतने number of hours लग रहे हैं, इसका value आपको result में ऐसा दिखेगा, people will pay. It is about the clarity. उनको समझ नहीं आता मैं क्यों पे कर रहा हूँ, समझ गया तो they'll pay. Okay, so bring that on paper as to how can you add value with the amount that you are charging. आप कोई समझो टूल यूज कर रहे हो, या आप ऐसे विजुअली उनको कुछ क्रिएट करके दे रहे हो, समझो इंटरनल कंट्रोल्स है, आप उनको बोल रहे हो हम आपको अच्छा सा एक प्रेजेंटेशन बना के देंगे टू रियली डिटेल आउट व्हाट इज द कंट्रोल्स दैट इज नीडेड, क्या प्रोसेस है, आपको डैशबोर्ड मिलेगा, तो क्यों नहीं बंदा देगा? उसको रिजल्ट बताओ. ओके, एनी क्वेश्चन?
I just had one question. So in newspaper classic fields, there are advertisements regarding, let's say, accountant is required for so and so firm. But right now we are practicing. Can we reply to that? It's for an employee, but we know that we also can provide those services. You're not getting the email from somewhere. It's given in Economic Times. They need somebody.
It's soliciting, it's technically.
The list of services in WhatsApp.
No.
No.
Only to a CA.
No, on WhatsApp, like business, within option, service mention.
You're talking
Yeah,
about
my profile.
प्रोफाइल में लिख सकते हो.
List of services.
हाँ हाँ, WhatsApp business के प्रोफाइल में list of services में you can put your services, because that's a full method.
It's a website.
The website, yeah.
Any more question?
Catalog.
हाँ हाँ.
Anything for email signature?
Email signature again has to be on the guidelines. मतलब आपका नाम, firm का नाम, firm का अगर logo जैसा कुछ standard है, मतलब logo signature नहीं, आपका नाम का details, address, branches, phone number, designation, website, the common details. समझो visiting card में जो है ना, आप वहाँ लिख सकते हैं.
Social media link also, like
हाँ,
LinkedIn.
social media is also allowed.
Any more question? No. अभी free है, बाद में charge लगेगा. Ma'am, we have covered virtual questions. Done ना?
हाँ.
Think any more question came up? I don't think so. Mishra ji ने तो जो I think we can conclude this session. Amazing session, very interactive. Ma'am made a detailed presentation of each and everything where we are lacking as an entire community of our chartered accountant, or a majority we can say, majority, and this all this talking point what ma'am has covered, sales strategy, about our digital activeness, marketing funnel, the thought process for the upcoming years, 5 years, 10 years, networking with the non-CAs, or attending a business event. Ma'am, you have covered very well, and it will be immense value to all the chartered accountant here, and also virtual mode, and later when Institute WRC will put up on YouTube, it will be give immense value to the other chartered accountant also. So thank you so much for amazing session, and thank you all the knowledge hungry participants to see on Sunday morning here. So thank you to you people as well. Because of you, our today's session will be a very successful one. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being so interactive and keep, asking those